Good evening. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're right here with us. I know it's been a while. I see them hating. Yeah, you see it. It's all right, though. We love it. Coalition, baby. I think they mad cause the paint master suede in my shoes. It's like I came with the coupe. All the shade I do away with the roof. Made my way off the stoop. Played the game as a youth. I just happen to rap. Can't say the same for these dudes. That's that never going broke again. Nope. I went from selling dope and opiates to flowing over opuses. Go for broke with my associates. Elevating through these levels so we develop utopias. Witnessed by prophets, written by holy men. We holy men. Mastered by Jedi, we like the holy trend. The holy trend. Blowing holy smoke behind these smoky tents. Feeling godly, only God forgive me for my sins. I walk with giants, New Jersey driver like Jason Petty. The new Sopranos, Luciano, king of the city. It's family first, so you're down with them. The code of silence will get found missing. Coalition, hustled every day for the love of money. Love of money, raised in the jungle, every day Jumanji. This is light work, nigga, light work. Raised in the jungle, every day Jumanji.
Yeah, Loogie, what's up?
Know.
Been a while, right? Feels good this time around, though. Booth looking right. Studio looking good. Think I'll feed up on these niggas on this one. Yeah. Ooze almighty, they speak highly through conversations in which they describe me. Escalated as I elevated. The youth are educated. Make sure that's mentioned in my declaration. Switch gears as I jump tears. Tears repel off the windshield as the engine jump gears. I'm up there, one of a kind. Truly am I. Melanated, my skin provide the purest of shine. Inspired, my empire, hail from the empire. Piece of the fan back in the empire. Coalition, we in great position. Wave of the future, my nigga, you see the vision. Let me tell it, we chillin'. Talk to me, falling on deaf ears, now they can't talk to me. Cemetery of tracks, I done murdered them all. No longer studios, now we calling them malls. Flying high, overlooking the fog. View clear from here and I see it sucks to be y'all. You said it worked. So we pray for better tomorrows. What you mean? Fuck y'all niggas, man.
Yo, what's up? We in the building. You already know it's another Sunday, so you already know what that is, man. It's another day in the MELLO-ROOM with yours truly, your boy Ooze.
Yes, sir.
My partner in crime here, Lucas.
You already know.
What's good, family? How's everything?
You already know, nigga. Another Sunday fun day. I'm ready to get this shit on and popping.
I feel you. You already know I'm setting myself up here as well, you know, getting myself geared and locked in with the MELLO-ROOM, how we like to lock in. Ed, what's up? I see you over there. You in the building with us today?
You heard me.
I'm good.
You hear me today?
Yeah, I hear you. What's going on, family? How's everything?
No, we hear you all the time. It's the live that's hearing you now.
He ain't have his mic last week?
He didn't turn his mic on.
No.
It was a little technical difficulties, you know what I mean?
So there's blank spots in the viewing, I would assume.
I mean, you can hear him.
You can hear me in the back. You can hear me, but I'm in the cut. I'm in the cut.
Like a Band-Aid.
I'm in the cut.
Like a fucking Band-Aid.
Like,
I'm in there.
Well, we hear you today, and that's what's up, and that's all that needs to be what's up. You heard? It's another Sunday here in the MELLO-ROOM, man. Shout out to everybody that watches us and tunes in, gets in tune with us. Shout out to everybody who likes it, shares it, passes it around like a joint, and then sends it back to the dude. You know what I mean? We appreciate the love, man. As always, we like to start off with a big shout out to Ayers Printing. That is the family.
Baby.
Shout out to J Notes and the family over there. Jose, you know, the geek and the beast is going crazy. I'm seeing the footage. I see the Instagram clips. All that shit be having me in stitches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a good back and forth, you know, between you and your cousin. That shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? Also, shout out to Crave's Desserts. That's family as well, man.
CraveDessert.net.
Definitely check them out, man. Put your order in, get your desserts, get your sugars right. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to get my sugars right. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody get that good and going. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's another week here. It's been a busy week. It's a lot going on. It's I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it. Before we even really get started, I just want to say hopefully and prayers go out to all the people. It's in North Carolina where they had like that crazy earthquake this morning.
I remember you sending me. I didn't get to read the article and shit,
Yeah,
but we
nah.
can get into that a little later. But yeah, man,
Definitely, you know what I'm saying.
Prayers to people out there in North Carolina.
Yeah, you know, I got family out there, so hopefully it didn't do nothing and wasn't nothing devastating around no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like I said, it's a lot going on, man. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to chop it up about, and very little time to do so.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, we all got lives, you know, it's a lot of shit going on. I still got a lot of shit to tend to within my day. My co-host does as well. Ed, I'm sure you do as well, too.
You see me?
You see me? Yeah, I see you, man.
Back here.
But yeah, man. So what's going on, Lucas, man? What's been up lately?
Man,
How you
just,
doing, man?
You know, just grinding like usual, man. You know, nothing gets in my way, really. So, you know, I've been here, I've been there. We getting this show together. We having meetings. We having customers come in, yo. Shout out to Studio 1025 and the staff, yo. They doing their fucking thing.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Them guys is putting in some work, man. It seems like every time I speak or get hit by one of y'all on the bubble with it. So
we actually got Patches back here working right now.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
So you know who don't know, Patches is the studio's what do they call them?
It's
Producer.
fucked up because I ain't even know y'all called them Patches.
It's Patchman.
Okay.
Patchman.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's the studio producer. He back there cooking up some beats. Or whatever, getting some shit together. It's none of my concern at this moment.
Yeah, he's Smooth Criminal. That's why I don't know how I called him Q. It was just smooth.
Yeah,
he just got a smooth demeanor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he real in and out.
Q from Juice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Real smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? DJ GQ.
Yeah. So all y'all artists out there, if y'all want to get at the beats, get at Patchman.
Yeah, man, get at him, man, because he definitely on his grind.
1025. It's 407-930-0307.
Yeah, man, definitely. They need to get at both of y'all because y'all both on your grind.
Studio1025.com.
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the guests that we had last week.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to terrible at fucking names, but you know who you are.
Why he do that?
Why
Sativa?
Why Sativa?
Why Sativa? Can he get guap?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he kicks the ball right to me when he does that when he's bad with the names. I do remember the names.
Here, hold this.
You know, and I'm sitting there like, damn, this is like a perfect way to like segue and bounce back and forth. We're gonna work on that with you. We're gonna work on that.
I don't remember names for some reason, man. Like, you know what it was? Is like growing up. It's not that I didn't care about your name. Is I always seem to come up with a nickname for you.
I do that still to this day. I come up with nicknames for everybody.
Come up with nicknames for anybody. So now you tell me your name, and I'm trying to remember that shit. Like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just you could tell me 3 times in that day, and I'll wake up in the morning and want to call you that name, but it won't come out.
Shout out to my coworkers too, because that's how I do. I come up with nicknames for everybody I work with. If I don't do it, I got a coworker, my homie Puff. Shout out to my homie Puff as well, man. Yeah. You know, but he quick with the nicknames as well. So it's like if I don't catch you, he gonna catch you, or even his brother, because his brother fast with it too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, you know Puff.
Yeah, that's you a fool, yo. But yeah, man, but definitely, man, you know, like we quick with nicknames, so I know what you're saying by that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you still got to remember that because these are these guys artists.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm getting better at it. I write it down.
Big shout out to Why Sativa. Big shout out to Kenny Get Guap. You know what I'm saying? Both of them were here last week. Dope young dudes. Young talent, man, coming up. One's doing the engineering side of things. The other one's getting busy. Yeah, producer/engineer. The other one's getting busy on the writer, you know,
really cool,
side of it.
Really good music, man.
Yeah, really dope.
Put in work.
Yeah, they both put in work. They really dope. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's saying here in the studio.
Oh yeah, they came through during the week and put in work. Actually, I seen videos and stuff on the gram and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So shout out to them. I gotta post some more pictures on the Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to go check out Studio 1025's Instagram, it's studio, and then the number 10, word 20, number 5, and that's at Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So yeah, man. But big shout out to those guys, man. But yeah, like I was saying, man, it's a lot going on. There's been a lot of entertainment shit going on, you know.
Yeah,
so
we're
it's,
gonna get into all
it's
that
all
this
types of
week.
shit for
I
us
mean,
to
this
get
day.
into.
And you know, like we usually do. You know, we're gonna play our first record of the day.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely got to do that.
Shout out to all the artists who send in, you know, their work, man. If you want to send in your artwork, your music, or your MP4 video, you send it to the email address you see above. That's MELLO-ROOM1025@gmail.com, and then we'll go through the videos, and then we'll be able to play them, or either the MP3s, the MP4s, or if you have artwork pictures you want to show and a little bit of appreciation from around the way, man, we're more than willing to post them up. So send it to that email and reach out to us, man.
Yeah, we got to get that posted on the screen beneath us or something.
It is.
While we doing
It's
it.
there.
Okay, as
That's
long
why I
as it's
said
there.
up above is the email.
There you go.
That
See,
you would email all that stuff to us.
there you go. So you guys feel free to submit your work of all content, you know, and we'll be more than happy to display it for you guys and put it on blast, you know, and just get some eyes out there, some fresh eyes onto your work.
Yeah. So, you know, we usually do it, you know, off the whim. So what song we want to get into first, man? I know we have the gentleman from last week. We could play one of his joints.
Yeah, we definitely
Jay
get that.
Note sent some new music.
That's what's
that
up.
I think we only played one of his last week. Right?
Uh-huh.
He has sent me some newer music, but we'll leave that for Artist Appreciation Day, brother. He sent me like 4 more songs that day.
Yeah, definitely.
So you know, we'll play that.
That's gonna be a good one when we could chop those up. You know,
Yeah.
and we could really dissect them.
We still got also.
Yeah, Artist Appreciation Day is gonna be good for that because we can bounce around in one person's albums. You know, like we can play more than one jam.
Yeah,
from
definitely.
that day and shit.
Give commentary, you know, feedback.
Definitely,
fact.
you know what I'm saying. But we still got a lot of ground wave music. We got a lot of music from a lot
we
of
still
different
have
artists.
a lot of music that we probably don't even remember we've heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. We
go
got a
through it.
wide range of things we could choose from.
Yeah, so let's get into one, man. Who do you think, man?
Let me see. Let's do a ground wave. We didn't get to do ground wave.
Ground
last
Wave
week.
or Hanzo?
We'll do Hanzo.
Okay, let's go to Hanzo Bird of Prey, man. See what he got in the stash for us.
Take your pick, cause I know there's still some things that we ain't gone over there.
Yeah. Shout out to Hanzo Blade, man. He's always showing us love. He had made a shout out post on Facebook during the week. He shouted us out, man. Much love for that.
Yeah,
yo.
big shout out, man. Much love to Hanzo Blaze, man. He be doing this one too, man. Them
Yeah,
dudes
he got
doing that
another.
grind.
He's actually, like I said, I'm gonna wait for Artist Appreciation Day. I got a lot of music sent to me. He sent me another joint that he did with a collab.
Yeah. I
and
see he
shit.
got more projects coming
Yeah.
out. He on his grind. You know, he definitely. You can see like just with the. I always look at the transition of an artist. You know what I'm saying? And like you always could see where they're at in the studio by the progression of work that they're putting in.
Right.
You know, and with the work that he's putting in, you could tell he
gonna
probably
live
about
in
to
the
pop.
studio.
Yeah, he about to pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time before his name is
Yeah.
worldwide spoken name.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
at least we could say, we've been down with the homie. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't forget about it.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Big shout out to him though, man. But we're gonna get into a joint off the Birds of Prey project. What you got lined up for us?
So, yo, we heard the drum machine last time, did we?
Probably. I remember the drum machine. That's my shit.
Yeah, I like that one. That one caught me by surprise.
Mhm.
I think this time we're gonna go into the moment of time. Did we hear that one?
I don't think
remember.
so. I don't think we heard Moment
Play
of
it.
Time.
Let's play in that bitch, yo. Moment of time, yo. Hanzo Blade, Birds of Prey.
You already
Shit
know.
rhyme.
Shout out, family.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Here we go.
Living lost in this world like a ghost in a shell. So we all pray for heaven, getting closer to hell. Money is a root of evil since your soul is for sale. The system only wants to see a nigga broken in jail. Judge throws the book at us, then they open the cell. Lock us up inside a cage until we old and we frail. Looking forward to the day that we could open the mail. Like us, some of the OGs wasn't coaching as well. It's crazy how some niggas hate to see their homies excel. 99% of them won't even loan you the bell. Close friends acting bugs, so I chose to repel. Ain't no telling what they'll do for that blow on the scale. Could be your closest homie that'll blow a hole in your tail. Local with some of they motives, folks are just over the rail. Whether you live the fast life or move slow like a snail, make sure to always keep it real on the road that you trail. I know you can't hear us through the walls you behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time. I know you can't hear us through the walls you're behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time. Word.
Made 10 bands before I went to jail. Told my lawyer suck my fucking dick. I ain't dropping bail, nothing outside for me. I'd rather be inside the cell. Called him on some sales, prayers up, son. I wish him well. I throw all my money into wishing well to see my dead friends for 5 minutes. Fuck a Louis belt. None of that material shit is worth a spot in hell. I've been on a spiritual path. Fuck a paper trail, I see it in his eyes. So ready, don't know how to feel the pain. Turned the homie wise, but took all his emotions, yo. I see it cause I know it well. When you out, middle fingers, anyone they send you mail. The hunt for the holy grail is useless. It's inside you, but real tip. Keep your eyes on the Judas. They waiting patient to deprive you of any self-worth. Don't give them what's inside you, yo.
I know you can't hear us through the walls you behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time. I know you can't hear us through the walls you're behind. We really love you, Rocky, hope that everything's fine. You know they can't stop us off from trying to shine. So please keep in mind it's just a moment in time.
I understand not everything works out how it's planned. Keep your head up and move forward. Present yourself as a man. And when them hard times come, remember you got your fan, we got your back. You know that's facts. You know we gon' do what we can. Play this back when you feel trapped. Get the notebook, grab the pen. Remember all them times we rhyme, cause it gon' happen again. Till then, homie, do what you do. You know the crew gon' kick the sound, cause all around we some truth. So visualize and sit and vibe like you spit in the booth. They only threw you in the cage cause they afraid of the truth. They got us messed up, being broke or poor. Got us stressed, I gotta fess up. Even though you locked, you still blessed up. Know your worth and know you better than this situation. Since they don't understand the pain, they gon' resort to hatred. If they ain't been in your shoes, then let them keep on hating. At the end of the tunnel, there's light, don't stay complacent. When you get home, they gon' love us. Shout out to my brother, one love, free ruckus, and I'm out.
We back in the building. Shout out to Hanzo Blaze featuring Knox and E. Nels. That was Moment in Time. Another dope joint off of the Birds of Prey project.
A smooth project, man. That shit.
Yeah, man. That's the whole project is dope all the way around. Like I told you before, I love the music. You know what I mean? I love they sound. You know what I'm saying? It definitely it puts you in the mind of like the Griselda, the Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? That whole, deep, you know what I'm saying? Essence of it. You feel the essence of hip hop when you listen to their music, man.
He
you
definitely
really do.
has like that. Like that in him. Like
Yeah,
that was,
and you could
I'm
tell
pretty
their
sure if we
musical
had
knowledge
an
is
interview with him. A lot of his artists would be who we mentioned.
Yeah, it'd be dope. And like we always mention too, we are working on getting the whole Zoom situation set up to where we are gonna be able to
we're gonna see how
interview
that works
some
out
of these
for us.
artists.
Because,
that should be
Zoom
dope.
is still kind of new too, so it has its glitching problems, and you know how I am about glitching and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I see them doing it on every other platform pretty
right.
good, and it's working pretty good for all of them. So, hopefully it'll work. We'll get the luck of it, and it'll work for us as well. You know, we'll be able to actually interview some of these artists, you know, not even interview, just chop it up with them and really just kick the shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
At the
yeah.
end of the day, it'd be cool to pick some of these guys' brains and see, like,
Yeah,
how far,
see
you
their
know,
influences, or how far they want to take this and shit like
yeah,
that.
you know what I'm saying? What plans they got for it, because they're building movements, each and every one of them. You know,
Yeah, so let's with all that being said, paying homage to people, you know, and who your favorite rappers are. You know how we usually do. Right into it. Today in hip hop history.
Yeah, you
Let's
already
get
know.
through this week's history.
Let's do it.
And first up on that list is the man himself, Mr. Curtis Blow. And Mr. Curtis Blow, he was born August 9th today. Happy birthday, Curtis Blow, 1959. Put some age on you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
There's some age on you.
That's a grand pioneer of this,
Yeah.
of this business.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely a pioneer of this shit. Another pioneer, more of your 90s pioneer, but still one. Mac 10 was also born today, August 9th, 1971.
Big shout out to Mac 10 and the whole
Mac
West
10
Side
was a
connection.
big influence, West Side connection in the West Coast.
Yeah, man.
For all those you don't know, when Pac and Dr. Dre and all them were big, they were kind of big too.
Oh, yeah.
But on their coast, like Pac was big, America statewide, and then they was big on the West Coast.
Well, I mean, they were really big because, like, I don't know if you caught it, but the interview recently with Snoop Dogg in the Breakfast Club, you know, he actually was gonna sign
to West Side.
Not to West Side. He was gonna sign with Mac 10 to put out an album that he had recorded, and the album was called "Fuck Death Row."
Yeah.
And this is
I
what
remember
Curve.
hearing about that, and they told him not to do it.
This is what
What's his name told
developed
to
his
do it?
deal with Master P.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is actually dope. That's actually been a dope documentary to check out too.
Yeah, I did watch that. I did watch that part, and he was like, "That's when he was writing it. That's when Master P came into the studio. I asked him like, "What are you doing?" and shit. And he said he was doing. He's like, "I'm writing this dope album called Fuck."
And he wasn't even writing it. He said it was done. You know, Mac 10 had already offered him $1 million to come to that label, put that album out, and do whatever. But when he sat down with Master P, you know, he told him what the deal was, what he had going on. You know, and Master P told him, like, you know, he said he closed the door and he was like, "Yo, look, you ain't even gonna live to get to, you know, see that album come out. You know, so let's do something different. Let's channel this." And you know, he put Snoop in the right direction, and definitely put him on his feet in the right way, to where we see the Snoop that we see today.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And also, not for nothing, that also was a gift, you know, just throughout life, because now you look at it, Snoop got good relationships with all of them.
Yeah,
you know
all
what I'm
good
saying?
People, you know.
With Suge, with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it shows that
could have
outside
played out differently.
Yeah, it could have played out way differently, but that outside presence always was genius.
Yeah,
Master P was genius.
Is a genius. I was
Shout out to P.
It still is.
Yeah, he still is, man. Shout out to P. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Definitely shout out to Mac 10 too. Happy birthday.
Big shout out to Mac 10.
If you don't remember, that's August 9th, 1971. Next up, so this is pretty cool, man, because I'm a big Wu-Tang fan. And there's a lot of Wu-Tang fans out there, but nobody really is a Wu-Tang fan unless you know who the Gravediggers are. So the Gravediggers, they released their debut album, 6 Feet Deep, August 9th, 1994. Now, for those who don't know, the Gravediggers is like a group underneath the Wu-Tang label, but it's not the same people. Only RZA is on that group. And on that group, his name is not RZA, I think. It's Prince Paul, or no, that's another one of the rappers, I think. I can't remember it right now, but I know RZA had another 3 people that he grabbed up, and they formed a group called Gravediggers and shit. So that's who the Gravediggers are and where they came from.
I believe it was Resurrector.
It was Resurrector.
Resurrector.
As his name was on that group, right?
Yeah. Prince Paul's another producer.
Yeah, he was another dude on that group.
Yeah, he's tight too.
Yeah, so if you don't know about Gravediggers, go check them out, man. If you're a Wu-Tang fan like I am.
Time out. Prince Paul is with the group. His name was The Undertaker. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
But Prince Paul was with the group. RZA's name was Resurrector.
Yeah.
They have Poetic, who was the Green Reaper.
Okay.
We have the Gatekeeper.
Yeah, the Gatekeeper is one of them too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go, Gravediggers.
There you go.
That's what's up. Super dope. We got Q in the building as well. I call him Q.
Yeah, so man, like I said, man, if you're a Wu-Tang fan, you gotta check out shit like Gravediggers. You gotta check out shit like Sons of Man and Killer Army and the Bobby Digital albums and shit, because like these were like the Wu-Tang's real fucking.
Well, I mean, that's
gritty
just
music and
that's
shit.
the real different elements of Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Don't
You know
sleep
what
on
I'm saying?
Killer
Wu-Tang
Priest
as a
either. Don't
whole.
sleep
Killer
on
Priest, the
Priest.
Killer
Yeah.
Bees.
Wu-Tang as a whole was, you know, dope in its own movement. But had they got to develop that major label,
Oh, they would have.
these are all of the acts you would
Yeah,
have seen.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are all of the
And then
big names
and then
that
the
would have
real
been on the
underground
headliners.
Act, the real underground act that they have
had
is
major
called the
releases.
Five Deadly Venom.
They all have made. That's why I say these would have been, those would have been your main headliners for that label.
For a Wu-Tang label.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And mind you, a lot of people probably don't even know that they had that many artists under them to run a label. You know what I'm saying?
Back then, you still had to go through a Virgin.
Yeah,
or
you still had to go through
Universal.
one of
they
the
still
major
had
channels.
to get their records solidified by the
distribution.
record
Yeah,
company.
you still had to go through one of the major channels. But you know, had they turned themselves to a major channel, like they could have been moving like a Rockefeller.
Yeah. They had so many groups. They even
You
had the
know?
Five Deadly Venom that nobody really knows about, and that was the Five Girls. It was an all-girl rap group that they had.
They had a lot under them, man. Wu-Tang was doing numbers, and they were doing their thing. I remember they had the store in Staten Island.
Yeah, the Wu store.
Yeah, they had
Said
all
I
that,
was in the
man.
fucking Wu store and
Go get you
you
some
know,
Wu wear.
shit.
But yeah, man, shout out to them, man. Big shout out to Wu.
Hell yeah,
They
man.
paved the way.
Let's move on, yo. You know, another legend. Not yeah, we call him legend, but rest in peace, the Sean Price. He passed away August 8th, 2015.
Yeah.
Big figure in the game.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then rest in peace to Sean Price,
Hate to
man.
see him go so early.
And
There's
you
another
know,
one.
it's funny how we always get into conversations when we get into this, and then it always winds up leading in to a group that we bring up. And NWA released their debut album, Straight Outta Compton, August 8th, 1988. So that was
Okay.
yesterday, about what, 22 years ago?
Where was y'all in 88?
More than that,
12
brother.
years ago? So 32 years ago.
Yes.
32 years ago.
Huh?
What was you doing in 1988?
Shit, man, I was
Some of y'all was still.
I
some
was
of y'all
just
years
starting
old.
kindergarten, nigga.
Hey, I was 3 years old, so I probably was just starting to talk and develop.
I
and
was
all
just
that
starting
shit.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, August 8th, I was probably going shopping for school clothes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
But fortunately, my parents were young. So shit like NWA and like all this
Yeah,
shit that I
definitely.
wasn't supposed to be listening
Fortunately,
to,
that
my
was-
parents
was
listened
was
to.
being
That was on
heard.
full display in the household,
Yeah.
you know. So, you know, we definitely got you just doing your knowledge of it.
Facts. You know, speaking of history, man, Kool Mo D. His
Ah,
birthday was August 8th, 1962. Happy belated birthday to Kool Mo D, man.
Yes, sir. Another grand pioneer. of
Yeah,
this.
super grand pioneer.
You
Look,
know.
and for the South, we got another 2 grand pioneers. Rest in peace, one of them. UGK released their 5th album. Their 5th album, yo. I got John Blaze shit.
I'm telling you, they had a lot of projects.
But they released their 5th album, Underground Kings. That was August 7th, 2007.
And that was one of their bigger commercial. You know,
Yeah.
had a lot of commercial hits from them and stuff.
Yeah, but rest in peace, what's his name?
Pimp C.
Pimp
Come
C,
on now.
yeah.
Come on now.
For real.
Big shout out to the homie.
Oh,
Got a
this is
heavy
my
lineup
shit right
this
here,
year.
son. I'm glad he's in hip hop history right now. I don't know how many times we brought him up, but I'm glad we bringing him up today.
Who's that?
Your man Jadakiss.
Ah,
Jadakiss released his debut album, Kiss the Game
Jason.
Goodbye, August
That's your boy.
7th, 2001.
big shout out to Jadakiss, man. Jadakiss been on a roll lately, man. He been doing a lot. He been real active on the social medias, the Instagrams.
And you know what sucks about people like Jada and Fab and shit? Like, we grew up with calling, right now that we're older, we can say, okay, Jay-Z's up there, you know, Puff is up there and shit. But when you got people like Jada and Fab who've been doing it for like 20 years,
Yo, he
but
got
don't
real.
get the recognition, the younger kids don't say they're the legends. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still claim the ones that we claim. But we only claiming them because that's where who
Well, I
we
mean,
came up with.
we claiming them because of the work we got to witness them put
Right,
in.
right.
Witness.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Now,
got
as
real
far
songs
as
with Big, no made up shit.
yeah, now as far and now with Jadakiss, a lot of his work goes unnoticed because it's just within
He's
and
not
I
as
can't even, and this is the
commercialized.
crazy thing. I can't even say it goes unnoticed because he's out of your older crowd of rappers, you know what I'm saying? He's really one of your more notable rappers that the
Yeah,
youth
compared to
speaks
his
of.
whole
Still
his whole
relevant.
locks
Yes,
team.
that the youth really speaks about. Their well knowledge of his records. You know what I'm saying? And he gets a lot of his just not a lot of it, but he gets just due in some cases when it comes to the youth.
Yeah.
You
Honorable
know,
mentions.
yeah,
definitely
honorable
the
mentions,
honorable
and also
mentions,
Fab
yeah.
does too. You know, and
But
not for
in
nothing,
the past couple years.
not for nothing. It's funny that you said that because I would really like to. I would like to use those two artists as good examples of bridges for the last generation and this generation.
I would like to too.
I think they
But
are. No,
you think so?
I'm not saying I would like to. I'm just saying I think they are. I think those two are
I
very.
would like to believe that, but I think there's still a huge missing piece in some of the youths. What they
Maybe.
call history.
Maybe, but I feel like those two artists are really good examples for like bridges
Facts.
between
I definitely
eras.
think so too. I think Meek Mill has the potential, even though we haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, you want to know something? Meek Mill really would have the potential of it because we caught the younger side of Meek.
Yeah.
You know, and then we rode into the more adult,
Right.
polished artist side of it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But we caught the young raw side.
I think he has the. I definitely think he has the voice too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And-
as far as with that, he
Yeah.
definitely has all the components.
We just need to hear more from you, Meek.
You know, and I mean, we have. It's just that in the position he's in right now and in the realm he's in, it's funny because with the position he put himself in and the realm that he put himself in with taking the stance on the social injustice and the prison reform and everything that he's doing, it's all positive, and I want to give a big salute to him on that.
Yo, facts.
You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
even knock you.
But
back.
it's foul how when you start to push positive, you know, the eye
how
gets,
much more you fall
the
from
eye
the light.
gets lesser and lesser put on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
More you
And
fall
it's
from
like
the light and shit.
all the positive he's doing right now, you would think he would stay on the cameras. Or not him personally, because he's not doing it for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you would think people would talk more about it, give him more condonance to it, you know what I'm saying? Because he's doing something that he could be doing a million other things in this world, and this is what he's taking: his time, his money, his riches, and he's dedicating it to a cause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on the same note, it's like he's still giving out the same volume of music. Because it's a lot of projects that he got going on that you really don't even notice.
Yeah, they don't get.
You know, it's like I was watching
promotion.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I was watching, and not for nothing. Thank God for NBA being back, you know, and Bubble Ball doing his thing.
Bubble Ball.
But one of the songs that he got right now that's big with Justin Timberlake, they got like a video that they play clippings for when like for the openings of the games and commercial breaks and shit. So, you know, shout out to Meek, man.
Is on that shit.
Yeah, big shout out to Meek, man. Meek
Cool.
doing it on a whole nother level.
All right, so let's move on. Cool for us. You know what I'm saying? Yo MTV Raps debuted on MTV August 6, 1988.
DJ Ralph McDaniels.
Yes, sir.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
definitely a legendary show, man.
Yeah, that's classic. That's classic.
That
shit.
brought rap to the living room.
That catapulted rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in a big way.
It brought rap into your living room.
In a
like
big
you
way.
said.
Yeah, you know, it put a visual for the voice.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to him, you know what I mean? And it also gave way for a lot of the facial, you know, personalities and that we see that represent hip hop. Your Fab Five Freddy's, your Big Les, you know what I mean? All of those that came through that whole experience.
It made it possible to put the face with the name.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to DJ Ralph McDaniels and the whole video box movement.
Yo MTV Raps, all that shit. We
Yeah,
got to
all
go
that.
through in
Yeah,
the
all
80s
that.
and
You gotta
90s
think
and
all
shit,
that
yo.
spawned from
The
that.
basement.
You know what I'm saying? That video show of that programming show of videos that gave people insight to us and the culture. You know what I mean? It spawned so much, and so much good came out of it. You know, we really got into major networks through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a big barrier being broke with that show.
Hell yeah. So
and we come from that era where I can remember watching those.
Me too.
Before it was music videos and all
Me
of
too.
You know,
Me too. I definitely
They
can.
had Cream on repeat for 24 hours all day.
They had a lot of videos. Man, I can remember.
Be able to buy it.
I remember
rotation
Video
for
Music
24
Box,
hours.
and like the videos I can remember off of that is like the Wild Wild West, like shit like that.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
those
yeah.
were probably the earlier viewings of Video Music Box. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember those videos coming through there.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Early.
yeah, man, big shout out to them, man. Yeah, very early.
All right, so shout out to another legend's birthday, MCA of the Beastie Boys. He was born August 5th, 1964.
Shout out them as
Happy
well, man.
belated
That's a
birthday.
legendary group. See, we talking about all of the great grand pioneers of this.
Yeah, and it's cool because
of
this week seems to be a
movement
lot
and
of
this culture.
It seems to be a lot of their birthdays.
Yeah, man. Big shout
know
out
what
to
I'm
them,
saying?
man. The Beastie Boys did numbers.
Oh, another small time legend, but he's a big name, and I'm pretty sure by the time, God forbid, he passes away, you know, we'll be a superstar in the industry. And we talking Funkmaster Flex.
Oh man, Flex is a
And
legend.
he was born August 5th, 1968.
For the DJ movement,
Oh,
Flex
yeah.
is a legend. It's just, you know, as of late, you know, Flex done said a few things that done been controversial with a lot of artists
Hey,
and
what
a lot
happens,
of people.
bro?
But hey, man, that's
Look
what happens.
To,
Comes with-
what's
it
her
comes with
name?
the territory.
It comes with the territory. It came with the territory of him stepping from behind the DJ table and actually putting a voice behind the mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
now he's more of an MC than he
Yeah,
is,
I mean,
or
'cause
what
now-
they call him they call them a
VJ, yeah, you know, and at the end of the day, now he put more of his opinions on blast. He puts more of his personal opinions on how he feels things on front. So, you know, it does come with the territory. But big shout out to Flex. Flex is a legend in this. You know what I'm saying? He's been around a very long time. He took the whole essence of car show to a whole new level.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Don't sleep on his DJing.
Oh, you can't. He put
turntablism
out
either.
albums.
You know, he could actually one of them DJs.
Oh,
that
he
can actually
cut and
get in
scratch for you. He get
yeah,
busy.
He came
he's
up
an
in
original.
that era,
Yeah, he
man.
original
He
of this.
better know how to do that
Definitely.
shit.
He
original turntable DJ.
Yeah, definitely. The man is lethal. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
And
to all DJs.
think about it. He
man,
gave
but-
you great albums. What hasn't he done? And it's you know, think about it, just his whole platform and his body of work. Period. You know, he put out albums.
Listen, man, you literally
He gave you Ill Bomb.
People literally make the
You know what I'm
bomb
saying?
reference
He was
to
in a
Funkmaster Flex.
couple of movies.
Who, Flex?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, a
do
little
believe
low
Flex was
budget
in-
hip hop movies.
Yeah, I do believe Flex was in quite a few movies.
But check
He was
it,
in,
yo.
he was in
Hip-hop
the Cameron
joints.
joint. He was in the Cameron joint, wasn't
Which one? Killer
he?
Season?
He was in Killer Season.
Possibly.
Yeah, he
He
All
was
right.
in Killer Season.
It's been a
He
while
was
since I seen Killer
He
Season.
probably was. But check it out.
He was the car shop owner.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But
He
check
was
it out, man. Funkmaster Flex, though, is when people reference a bomb drop, you reference
Yeah.
Funkmaster
Yeah,
Flex.
you basically referencing
Flex
Flex.
Bomb. That's what it's called. It
Yeah,
has a
you
name.
put one of them Flex bombs on
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Even
know.
rappers bring it up and everything. So big influential dude. In
Yeah,
the
big shout out
culture
to
as well.
Flex, man.
Moving on. All right, and here's a group, and they're and see, like we always come across this. We probably heard of them, not quite that familiar with them, but Atmosphere, and they released their debut album Overcast, August 5th, 1997. See, we get to learn some history here too.
Yeah, definitely. Shit, it ain't just for them.
Yeah, excuse me.
As far as
They
two.
from Minnesota.
Yeah,
I
they
haven't
are from Minnesota.
I haven't personally heard of them.
They are from Minnesota, so it's probably more of a Minnesota thing. You would have to be from all that, like the Midwest, and be like, "You don't know who Atmosphere is?" and
Yeah,
shit."
yeah.
you know,
you
what
have to
I'm
have a
saying?
real personal attachment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yo, shout out to them, man. Everything to us is learning and is history, and it means something to us. So
Definitely.
I hope it means something to y'all too. Shit, look, like I said, man. Every time we have conversations about certain people, we wind up coming through them on the list.
Mhm.
And with that being said, Snoop Dogg released his third solo album, The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told, and that was on August 4th, 1998.
And
Yeah,
by the
big
looks
shout
of
out
the
to Snoop.
album cover,
That was a
he
No Limit album.
He was on No Limit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a
You
No
can
Limit
tell by
album.
the look of the
Well,
album
see,
cover.
when we were listening to the music, this is what we see. Nowadays, it's way easier to understand because of social media. But what we didn't know is when we were hearing music, that was like a year later, like 6 months later. So all these deals go through. We don't know about. An album gets released. The last time we heard something from Snoop, he's on death row.
Well, no,
People
I
kind
mean-
of automatically assume sometimes.
Well, I mean, the crazy thing about it, and this was probably like the most interesting part of it all, is like, I really before this docu-series just came out, I think a lot of people forgot about Snoop's involvement with No Limit.
I think
Because
so too.
he's so, everybody had him so sold on Death Row and everything that you hear about Death Row and Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that was the
You
thing
really
because wasn't
forgot
it after his court date, after his court case, he was pretty much done with Death Row, right?
Nah, it wasn't until like 98 that Master P swooped in on Snoop. 97, 98.
But he was taking his career to the next
But there was
level
things
at
that were
point.
being released in '97 that were Death Row, but at that time he was making the transition out.
Yeah, basically. To
Right.
the
So I
extent
think
of
that
it.
was the
All Eyes on
confusion with
Me.
Snoop, is that they were releasing Death Row music that he made a year before,
Well,
and
not
then
only
now
that.
he's going into, he was stepping with No Limit, and then he's bringing something else out like a little bit less than a year later and shit.
Yeah, but I mean,
know?
when you really look at it, they were giving you so much heat and so much pressure out of Death Row
That was such a
that it
pivotal
was
time in
easy
hip-hop.
to get.
Get
Yeah, you know,
confused up
because
with
you
it.
really got to look at it. He didn't give you many projects off of Death Row.
No,
Death Row.
it was only like one or two.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had like the other artists, and he was on everybody's album, so the work was always there. You know what I'm saying? It always looked, you always seen him around and there. But to be honest, when you looked at his work, it was like wasn't much coming out of the arm of Death Row.
Yeah.
You know, so when he first started releasing certain shit on No Limit, you really thought it was still Death Row.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You
is,
know what I mean?
Is because of I think back then it was more easier to get confused with that because you would have to read a newspaper or a magazine to know that these things were going on. Now it's, yo, man, I just signed with, what do you call it, instant to your face
Yeah,
when you
no,
wake up in the
definitely.
morning and shit.
And I mean, definitely, and then you're absolutely right, because at that point in time, you had The Source, you had Double
Yeah.
XL, and they were in all those magazines, Vibe. When
yeah,
he
but you
signed
had
with,
to be really dedicated to those magazines. Like, yo, the Source drops on Tuesday.
Oh no, yeah,
and
like
shit.
that's what I'm saying. That's how I remember it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I remember that article of them with all the No Limit attire on. They all had the camo attire.
Yeah.
It was Master P, Mia X, C Murder, Silk the Shocker, Mystical,
Yeah, because a
Snoop.
lot of these things
It
get
showed
done.
their whole lineup. You
Yeah,
know
'cause
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of these things get done like a month or two ahead of time, and then they get released to you. And
Well,
you
that
feel
was
like
at
it
that
was the
point in
next
time.
day
Yeah,
and shit.
think about it. At that point in time, everything was on a 3 to 6 month
Yeah.
estimate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just because, as far as with media, and not everybody had that
No,
at their
they had
fingertips.
certain release dates. They had
Yeah,
certain
not
times that you
not
gotta
everybody
do
had
shit
that
and
at their
shit.
fingertips.
Mhm.
But one thing I will say is, thanks to the docuseries and things like that, it brings it to your light and it keeps that fresh in your memory. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
I'm you know me, I'm a documentary freak. Whether it be music, science, whatever. So that I always come across those things,
Yeah,
man. And I'll
plus-
be like, shit, I'll be all into them.
Yeah, plus it was dope because Master P really put his game on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Master P really put his name down for motherfuckers. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and then that's cool because I think it's cool because like we all know about Master P, but a lot of people will just be like, make him say and then or I got the hookup. You never talk about Master P's groups or the labels or other shit that he does just outside of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody really talks about him having a basketball career and all them crazy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
So
or even
Master
having
P's
a
the
basketball.
fucking man.
Yeah, or
dog,
even
you know?
having a basketball league right now. Like
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit on the backside of things that he got going on. That is,
Yeah.
it definitely keeps people in tune and in the loop.
That
with
even
him.
if you know of those things, you might not know that Master P is the backing of it. Like when Dropbox came out, did anybody know that shit was invested by Nas? Not at the beginning.
I knew that.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that, but I was sure using it. I was
Hell
sure
yeah.
using
Oh yeah.
Dropbox.
And you ain't know that was
I
Nas?
did not know that.
Just like Lyft.
Yeah, and Lyft is Nas too, right? Or he got a piece of it.
And
A piece of
I
it.
used to be a Lyft driver.
Part
for a
owner
short
of
So you used to
Yeah.
work for Nas, nigga.
Yeah,
Okay.
part owner of Lyft.
Word. Boss of the bosses. Shout
Yeah.
out to Nas.
Nas got a lot of shit on it.
Well, I think
On the low that people
Nas
don't
got
know
that
about.
from Jay because Jay owns not 50%, but some percent of Uber.
Okay, so I work for Jay too then.
Yeah, I did it too. I worked for Jay too.
Okay.
But yeah, it's true, man. These guys, these investments, man.
They
a lot
get
of investments
billionaires
out
from
there.
keep selling records, nigga. Let's just put
Yeah,
it like that.
lot
You know what
of
I'm saying?
things that they're vested in that people aren't aware of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Mhm.
We brought these guys up last week, but I guess this is for the single. And this is Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rocks released their debut single, It Takes Two, August 2nd, 1988. And I remember we brought that up
Classic.
last week, but we had brought that song up, but I think they released their album last week.
classic.
I
Or that
just- I
could be
just
the
want-
start.
I just
That
want
could be where
everybody
you
to see
started
this
at
right here,
last
'cause
week.
I remember we was
Nah,
talking
was it
about
because what is? Oh, this is August 2nd. Oh, this is where I.
So I had to.
This is
Let me
where I
turn
started.
it
So we
this way.
ended.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I had to pull this off the record shelf. You know what I'm saying? This is
12-inch
actually,
vinyl.
This is actually what you could see if you go on to the picture.
Yeah.
Of the Rob Basin DJ Easy Rock.
That's dope. He had the 12-inch to pull up for
So
him.
we pull it out there. You know what I'm saying? We put it on the platter and make it go.
They ain't seen one of those in a long time, brother.
Yeah, so like, you know, that was it for today in hip hop. And if you see like your man Ed, he got the record. Yo, we also do
Yeah,
sampling
he was
in
able to
Studio
pull out
1025,
the
baby.
actual items of so you could see what it was at that
Just
time.
let y'all see what an actual record looks like. When we talk about records, that's what that is.
But nah, that's pretty dope, man. And that actually concludes today in hip hop, man.
Yeah, facts.
Because that actually rounded out, started us off where we were at last week.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And like I said, man, it's actually dope, man. Because it's funny because hip hop is actually starting to repeat itself within the actual grounds of hip hop.
I always feel like I have this theory, right?
Mhm.
Man, I've always had the theory, but it just seems more relevant now
Yeah.
because we're here at this time.
Mhm.
But I feel like every 1,000 years, not that we repeat ourselves, but trends kind of do.
Less than that.
Huh?
Less than that.
Well, let's think about
The
it.
cycle
It's
of
been 100
life
years.
is the cycle of life is much smaller than you think.
It's 100 years because in the 1900s,
Mhm.
it was a certain way. Different clothing, different cars, but same trends. Now we're in the 20s, and what happened in the 1920s is literally what's going on right now. The same exact scenarios, the same exact trends, the same everything. And I kind of noticed that pattern in early 2000s when the kids started wearing Levi's. And Levi's never been a trend for us, but it was something that's always there. And it was just funny that being older and then watching the young kids put on Levi's like it was the new trend, I was just like, shit repeats itself, dog.
Well, no, that's why I
Because-
said,
skinny-
and
or
that's why
skinny jeans.
that's why I said it's
Well,
less
skinny
than.
jeans was always like a rock thing, but yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
that's
I'm
why I
saying?
also said too. It's just everything. I feel like it's much less than 100 years. You know, the actual cycle of life and the transition that things happen are much more reoccurrent than you actually pay attention to.
Yeah. Fashion is even
You know,
faster.
fashion is much faster.
Well, there's
Fashion
only so much-
actually,
there's only so much
fashion
pattern you can
actually
follow.
ping pongs back and forth within every 2-year span, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because if you notice now, like within like a lot of the fashion week shit that's been coming out, a lot of baggy shit is back into play.
Yeah, like for girls and shit, they wear the big sweaters.
Yeah,
now
you know what
and
I'm
the big
saying?
shorts and shit like that.
So it's
Every
like
different couple of seasons. I would
yeah,
say.
and that's why I say even musically, you know, and that's where I was segueing at with this was even musically, because like even in the documentary with Master P, they showed how you know he went from music, he transitioned into the NBA, you know, and he actually played with the Hornets and the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? And it showed just the different struggles and the grind that he was going through, and it was dope because in today's world, you have J. Cole who's actually getting a tryout.
Training.
Who the Pistons actually offered.
Yep, he's
like
out there training.
on a serious note, they offered he could try out for them. You know what I'm saying? And he's been hooping with a lot of your NBA ballers, playing in some of their like rec games and develop games with them. You know, getting his feet wet. So who knows if he does go to the tryout and do it? But it's actually dope to see history repeating itself within hip hop.
That's why hip hop has always been
You know what I'm
cool to
saying?
me because, unfortunately, it sounds ignorant, but it's not. It's led, if you use it right, it's led people to be able to pursue other dreams.
It's a door opener.
Other than just being someone who performs.
It's
on
a door
stage.
opener. It's a door opener. And even with Master P, like he spoke about it in the docuseries, and I don't even mean to keep going back to him, but it's crazy because he did it independently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So-
one of my biggest. Master P is one in an entrepreneurial side of things. Master P is one of the people that I look up to. In that
Yeah, you know what I
aspect.
mean? And he spoke on it in the series in which he had to transition, you know, which is why he retired from music early, because he wanted to focus more on being an entrepreneur, focus more on the businesses,
Yo, I
as
can
opposed
remember.
to being an artist. I'm
My
sorry.
fault to cut you off. But I can remember him having his own speakers for the cars with Master P logo.
I believe it.
Yeah.
what
But
I
you know
mean?
what?
He had his
That's
own
just
cell
branding,
phones.
though, big homie.
Cell phones
Because we
at the
could
time,
go
yeah.
to a
Yeah.
speaker let's just branding, because we can go to a speaker producer, like the people who make the product,
Yeah.
and then say, hey man, we want to use your product, we're gonna put our logo on it.
And that's probably what he did. But thinking as a rapper, you know what I mean? How many rappers have the insight to say, well, you know what? I'm going to start my record label, but on the side here, this is going to keep
sell speakers.
This is going to keep me having money
sell
coming
cell
in.
phones.
Well, I mean, if you look at it,
Having an
that's
entrepreneur state of mind.
I mean, you got to look at it. Most of your main artists' two labels are entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think of Rick Ross to Maybach Music.
Yeah, Rick Ross.
Hove
they
to
all-
Rockefeller.
They all had Master P to learn
Yeah,
from.
Hove to Rockefeller.
and-
Well,
and
Jay-Z was
Jay-Z
doing it at
Jay-Z
the
as
same
well.
time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Jay-Z and Master P were doing their thing at the same time.
Facts.
So in their learning, they were learning together, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I say it, it's like
they said the footprint.
yeah, it's like that Jay-Z to a Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? That Kanye to a good music. You know what I'm saying? All of those main artists to the movement are entrepreneurs.
But at the same time, the individual has to have the mindset. That's what separates a lot of the rappers that do it.
Yeah.
So I can tell you all you want about how to do it, but if you don't carry the mindset, that won't be relevant to
Yeah,
you.
but that's why I say normally the main artist of the movement has that.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, it's all of them are flourishing.
Yeah.
On the entrepreneurial side of things, they're all
Well, you got Diddy.
they're all getting into the
forgot about
$100 million,
Diddy,
$200 million, close to $1 billion range with this mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Rick Ross came into the game. Rick Ross is almost at $100 million now through his checker chains and his Wingstop chains and the different things he's tying himself into. You know what I mean? You got like for a lot of them. You know what I mean? And that's something that is really dope to see.
Hell yeah.
Because they're flourishing. You know what I'm saying? Great businessmen, good mind
Well,
tactics.
because it's always dope to see artists fucking flourishing and doing all that shit, you know I'm about to segue into a fucking song.
Let's do it.
So let's get another one pulled up, man, from the archives. Who you think we want to pump this time, man?
I think we should jump into. Let's shoot out to the Lou O.D. because Lou O.D. been doing his thing on Facebook and all that. I've been seeing a lot of videos.
He got some new music. So yo, Lou O.D. Reach out to us, man. Send the love, man. We'll play the music out here.
We see you a busy man. I seen you shooting the videos. He got the Mozzie in the video, moving all crazy. I see you, God. I do see you out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You know, don't forget about us. Reach back and kick something back this way. You already know.
Hell yeah. So let's pull up a Lou O.D.
So we heard that it was written last time.
Yeah, we did.
That was my joint. I like that joint.
Yeah, I told y'all that's a mean one. That's a heater from him.
You know, we got the Ride Out. We got the Hit the Road. Get It Back.
Yeah.
Which
Let's
one
play
y'all
Get It
wanna go
Back,
with?
yo.
Get It Back.
We can do whichever one y'all want. Shout out to Lou O.D., man.
All right.
Get It Back, man. Lou O.D., dog.
Here we go.
Niggas hating, don't believe the lies. Cause all I see is dollar signs. I blow a stack and then I make it back. I fell off, but now I made it back. Hating is pathetic. Smoke my blunt is copacetic. Swipe your bitches like a debit. I get head, she give you headache. Counting cash and smoking lettuce. Give me beef, I make it shredded. Cause the work, I gotta shred it. Cause that bag, I gotta get it. Sometimes you gotta pay the price. But hustling is a way of life. You gotta get it now. You don't get to live twice, you gotta put in sacrifice. It don't come overnight, you don't grind, we not alike. Not even, I'm an overbite. I just want them Bentley coupes, baby, I'm not into you. When we fuck, I'm into you. Even though I'm rude, she sent me news. Ooh, ain't got no option but to hit it. Cops is watching, trying to get it. They be watching all my pivots, it's ridiculous, so I dip and swerve. Bend the corner, hitting curves. Ain't talking about no money, then you getting curved. Ain't trying to chase a bag, then you disturbed. I don't wanna hear it, gotta drive them steady steering. Pieces hitting, checks is clearing. Niggas hating, don't believe the lies. Cause all I see is dollar signs. I blow a stack and then I make it back. I fell off, but now I made it back. Niggas hating, don't believe the lies. Cause all I see is dollar signs. I blow a stack and then I make it back. I fell off, but now I made it back.
MELLO-ROOM.
Yes, sir. We back. We back. How we supposed to be?
Sunday
You
fun
heard?
days, motherfucker. It looks like it got dark.
Big shout out to Lou OD. Well, it's supposed to be some rain moving, and they said some thunderstorms are gonna start forming around the way and shit like that.
Coming.
Yeah, we got a beautiful view here.
You know what I mean?
Studio 10.
Yeah, y'all don't get to see what we see, but we see a hell of a view. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, big shout out to the view because it keeps us informed of what's going on. That's how we know that it's looking like it's about the sky about to fall here in a minute.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, definitely, man. Like I was saying before, man, it's a lot going on in sports and entertainment. We actually got the NBA back. Big shout out to the NBA.
This nigga said bubble ball.
That's what we're calling it. You know, that's what a lot of people are calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's you know, Disney got the whole bubble thing going on with the players.
Oof.
You know what I mean? And it's been everything that it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I think it really exceeded the expectations of everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I really do think it did because you see you actually see the competitiveness on another level right now. And it could be just because they're getting geared up to go into the playoffs. You know, these 8 games, what they did was the way that they set it up was they gave them 8 games really like of a fine tune-up and also to decide who's going to fall as far as seeding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people may make it in, some people may fall out. You know what I mean? So what they did was they gave them 8 games, and then from these 8 games, they're going right into the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The 8 games actually come to a conclusion this Friday.
All right.
Coming up for this week. You know what I mean? And from there, they'll start the playoffs. It'll be their seeding, and whoever's like got... I believe they're giving the 9th seeds a chance.
Right.
Because I think they have them series it out between them and another team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's actually been super dope. It's been a little hard to get used to because the intertwining of the virtual fan.
Yeah.
You know, and the players, it kind of fucks with your head after a while of watching the game because you'll feel like the player almost looks fake.
Yeah.
Depending on how good your TV is. You know
tell
what
you,
I'm
man,
saying?
they're preparing us for virtual
Yeah,
reality
depending on how
TV.
good your TV is because it kind of makes you feel like you don't know if you're watching a 2K game or if you're watching an actual game.
Yo,
You
be
know what I'm
fucked up,
saying?
right? If the basketball players are all in their room playing 2K and you watching thinking it's them.
Yeah, some crazy shit. But nah, I mean the dope thing about it is that it's actually given a lot more different angles and a lot more different camera options.
Yeah, than
being
the,
that
than
they
the
don't
standard one because of the stadium.
being that they don't have the fans and you know different people that are able to get the camera lower down to the court and you know closer to the player.
Sideline views.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's something that's been actually dope. And then with the virtual fans thing, that's actually pretty cool too. Because, you know, it's showing that the fans are in tune with the game. It's live screens behind them.
Yeah.
So, you know, you see fans from home and, you know, they're basically interacting and, you know, doing silly things on the camera so that the camera will pay attention to them and shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
Now, what happens when the fan wants to go crazy at home?
Well, I mean, it's,
They
you
kick over
see
his
it on
own
the screen,
coffee
yeah.
table and shit
You
like
see it, yeah. You see it on the screen. Shit get lit. You know.
You know, the fans at the stadium used to get out of hand.
Definitely. Now, that's the cool thing about it too, is that for the players, it didn't just keep them in a quiet element of setting. It actually pulled audio from like previous games and previous shit like that to put that crowd effect into the arena. You know what I'm saying? So the players are, it's like if you're, there's no benefit right now
So
to
the
home
players
advantage.
they're mentally fucking with the players technically by using crowd sounds to give it that feel of a stadium.
Yeah.
But your eyes are seeing something different, so it's kind of like a fucked up feeling. But once you zone out into the game, the crowd sound becomes part of the game.
Exactly. But for a lot of players, it's not doing either or for them because
they tuning it out.
It's really just you
They
hear
probably
it, but
tune
you don't
out
see
anyway.
it. You know, it's different being in an arena where you hear it and you'll
Like you
see
dunk
a
and look at
fucking
the crowd and be like this. Now you dunk
Yeah.
and you're like,
Just not only that, you shooting a free throw. Like a lot of shooters that are in the league right now are saying this is a better environment and a better element for them because you don't have fans behind the backboard anymore, smacking and holding up signs and going, and you don't got the big 50-foot blow up man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got none of that, none of those elements to the sideline anymore. It's just dark
It's
and
hard to have
the
the
hoop.
6-player element.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So for a lot of players, they're getting used to it, and it is really showing.
So you're going to see shot percentage go up now.
You're seeing it.
Okay.
You're actually seeing it, and you're actually seeing a lot more players lock in, and they're able to reach a different level consciously.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of you see that element plays a very, very big effect.
Yeah, that's the sixth man thing.
You know what yeah, definitely. It plays a very, very big
if you're
effect.
On away field, that stadium is doing everything it can to fuck up the other team. You know what I'm saying? So.
But what's dope about it is the heat between teams. It don't matter who's there, who's watching, where they're at, or what's going on. If there's some pressure between two teams, they getting at it on the court.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? The game could have been played in a court right up the block from here. If it's the two right teams with the right tension between them, it's built for an epic game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's been a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Like these players are really, really doing their thing. You got teams like Phoenix that haven't lost the game. They're the only undefeated team in the bubble.
Okay.
Suns are busting ass, and they're young.
They're young kids.
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
Have all that distraction.
Exactly.
On the court no
you seeing that element plays weight of a larger scale for a team like that.
New person in the NBA not on that scale, and that's what makes their game kind of off.
Yeah, if you want to break it down that way, yeah.
Like playing on a high school gym level, it's kind of easier for them, or a college gym level.
Nah, because college, them
it
shits
still be live.
It
depends on what college you go to, too.
That's true, too. But, for college, them motherfucking gyms be crazy.
Yeah.
The building about to fall apart. For real.
The band there, the pep rally.
I love college games,
Everybody's
son.
in there making noise.
You know what's crazy is I don't watch shit on TV, but I've been to college football games, college basketball games. I fucking love them.
Yeah, they're a whole nother level. They're a whole nother level of energy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's been dope, man. I mean, shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Monty Williams. You know what I mean? He really had that team on a they're on a push to try and make it into the playoffs, because right now who is looking is gonna fall out of the seed is Memphis, and it sucks because Ja Morant, my guy, I think he deserves Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think Ja Morant deserves Rookie of the Year. Zion is a phenom. Don't get it twisted, but he's only played 19 games.
Yeah, he didn't. If he had played the whole year, I could see him.
It would be much more of an argument and a battle, but
you broke your leg, nigga.
You can't argue with with what's going on. You know what I mean? The kid really put it. He's had this team in position to make the playoffs up until now, where it's looking like they may fall out because you got teams like Portland, who actually may make it in. Phoenix has a fighting chance as well.
I'm a Trailblazers fan, so I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's dope, you know what I'm saying? Because Portland actually, they got such a different unit and team, and they're getting back a lot of players that they didn't have last year.
Yeah.
So you're getting to see them. You're actually getting to see them on a healthy scale. You got Mello, who's lost a lot of weight to move down a position.
Yeah.
And is showing tremendously in his game. Mello looking like he done sipped some water out the fountain of youth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's doing great for them.
I think Melo's thing was this. The position in which he feels he's capable of and the way New York treated him, I think put his mindset into what we saw on the court. I'm not saying he was doing bad. What I'm saying is what translated on the court was what was in his mind.
I think it was a lot of different things.
Right. I'm saying a lot of things that played weight on it, but it's because it was in his mind.
Well, no, I mean,
game translated on the court.
I think even down to the component of his weight, and his weight, and being that he weighed a certain amount, he had to play at a certain position.
But if he was concerned about his weight, he would have took care of that then.
No, but that's the whole thing. Is I don't think sometimes you just don't have the right people around you.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? And when he was in New York, Mello was at such a star level that a lot of those people wouldn't say that to him.
Too many yes men.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wouldn't think about him playing the 3 because he was dominating at the 4. But it was like, well, if you lose this weight, you know, you may get you'll get quicker, you know, it'll add more lifespan to your career, you know, and you'll dominate a lot more of the small forwards that are in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll make way for a lot of the bigger, younger guys that are coming in. You know what I mean? So at the end of it, you know, granted, everything happens for a reason. You know, I guess whatever happened with him, he needed because it was a humbling experience. I hate to say he needed it because I am a Mello fan. Like, I've been a big fan of his and LeBron's.
I've been a Mello fan more than I've never. When Mello got in, you said it's the same class with LeBron. And
Yeah, same exact class.
I never even paid attention.
I was
to
a
none
big
of them
fan,
niggas.
and see, this was the thing. I was a big fan of Mello, LeBron, and Wade because I knew the different paths to greatness that you could take.
Right.
It wasn't only one path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being that I seen those 3 get drafted, and it was like, you knew when you seen those 3, huh?
Chris Bosh, Chris Bosh.
You knew when you knew those 3 out of that draft class were gonna be something that we talked about for a very, very long time.
I ain't gonna front though. I thought Mello would be what LeBron's name is first.
Well, no, I knew LeBron was gonna be LeBron.
But I used to watch
I
him
knew-
do high school games. LeBron,
I knew
but
Mello-
I didn't think Mello was gonna fall waistline to LeBron and Wade faster than vice versa. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't see. That's the whole thing. I didn't see the Carmelo to Wade theory, but Wade was my dark horse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wade was like, you knew about him, but you didn't know too much. Because he didn't go to the big name school.
Well, I wound up watching a documentary about him and why he wound up becoming a bigger name. But
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, and when you really look at it, he didn't go to the big name school. You know, he wasn't a big high school recruit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So his name wasn't within the rankings and mentions of the LeBrons and Carmelos.
Yeah, and in the documentary he had brought up, he was like that at first these were not thoughts in his head.
Yeah.
Until one day he was somewhere. I think it was an All-Star game. He said my rookie season's All-Star game, and somebody told him something about LeBron and Wade and LeBron and Mello, and it clicked in his head. He said, "Yo, I went hard ever since then." And that's what gave him the name for Miami and shit and all that.
Yeah, and I mean, not for nothing. You know, with Wade, it was like he was the dark horse, you know, but it was exciting because you knew there was something there.
Yeah.
You knew, like, all right, this dude, yeah, he kind of looks like he came out of the blue with things.
Yeah.
But you like, if he's coming out the blue and he's getting drafted this high.
Yeah, he had, that
you know
was
it's
in the
something.
documentary. They were like, yo, that he was really good. You know, they drafted him, I think, first round, right?
Yeah, he went like fourth
round. And then
no, he went first round, fourth pick,
okay.
something like that.
And then they were saying, like, he did good things on Miami, but because LeBron and Mello was doing so much more, he didn't realize he wasn't getting light in the media until he went to the All-Star game and someone told him something. I can't remember for what it was, but someone told him something. And he said, I played hard in the All-Star game and then never stopped from there
on, yeah.
And that's how he got his name up there with LeBron and Mello and shit.
That's why I say it's super dope. But like what I was saying back to Carmelo, you know what I mean? It was like you knew that Carmelo, you knew he would have the longevity if he put his body and he put his mind in the right place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing right now. And he has a great cast around him to be able to take it to a further level.
I think Portland
playoffs.
always has good team players.
Yo, pardon me. Yo, Ed, I think you left the windows down on your van.
I sure did.
You might want to go check that.
You may want to handle that.
But we got it from here. Just leave the cameras and we're good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's all good though. You know, little wet
It's not all good, nigga.
Little wet seats ain't never hurt nobody.
All right.
With the way it's raining, I'm just saying, with the way it's pouring right now, that's not a little wet seat. It look like you about to walk into a fish tank.
If y'all don't know about Florida life is sometimes you're gonna get wet. You know what I mean?
All right.
More power to you, brother.
Keep that attitude, my friend.
Yeah.
But
we're back at the ranch. Yeah. You already know, man. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, it's dope because you see Portland, they're making a run and a push to be in the playoffs. Hopefully they get in.
Yeah.
If they do get in, it will be an epic battle and an epic duel because they will be facing the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, which will be Carmelo and LeBron.
Nice.
Careers coming full circle, if you ask me. Drafted 1 and 2. Now you guys get to be in the playoffs. Now they'll be guarding each other more because Melo has lost weight. First round of the playoffs, Melo has lost weight and he's playing the 3, So he'll do more guarding of LeBron in
They'll probably
transition and
switch
things.
off.
Yeah, in transition and things, he'll do more guarding.
I
of
don't
him.
think they'll probably put LeBron on Melo for defense, but they probably wouldn't put Melo on LeBron for defense.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it'll be great. It's makings for a great matchup. You know what I mean? You got the Clippers, who are at second, who've been looking pretty good. They've been looking damn good, actually, throughout the first, 5 games now they played? 5 games of the bubble.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they've been looking really good. They got Lou Williams back. They'll be getting Montrezl Harrell back pretty soon.
Yeah.
So basically, by the time they tip off for playoffs, they're going to be full strength,
That's
really.
what's up.
You know, the Lakers, I'm nervous with, you know what I mean? Because you got LeBron and AD, who they're going to show up and show out
And
how
you
they
got your
need
man
to.
JaVale
But you
McGee.
got the supportive cast for them in my opinion, isn't as strong
That's
as
what I
the
was
Clippers.
just about to say. You got
You know.
JaVale McGee, who's over here making videos every day for,
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the bubble.
you got JaVale McGee, you got Dwight Howard, and they got
And Dwight
the pieces.
Howard is a little funny nigga. No, I'm not saying they're pieces, but like you said, the supporting cast, those are the supporting
Yeah.
cast members. They seem not as enveloped as
Yeah,
the
they
rest
got
and
the
shit.
pieces. So with the pieces that they got, I know they could make a good push for the chip. You know what I mean? But when you look at teams like the Clippers, who are really good sounded from start to bench,
Yeah,
you know, and then you look at teams like the Rockets, who are heating up with their theory of play,
yeah,
because they're playing a whole different type of game. You know, you got the Rockets, who are really playing small ball.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They at times they have a
Lot of
5.
passing and shit.
Yeah, at times they'll have a 5 on the court that's no bigger than 6'7".
Oh, you mean small as far as height, stature?
Stature. You know what I mean? Like I said, they'll put a 5 on the court that is no bigger than 6'7".
Right, and that's up to the coach. If the coach know what those 5 could do with his
Yeah,
playing,
and it's
then
been
it'll
paying
work.
off. It's
It'll
been
work.
paying off because Houston has been winning. They have been accomplishing good things in the bubble. I do believe they're sitting at the 5th seed right now, 4th or 5th seed.
It's so funny when you talk the stats because I just want to be like, but this is not a real season.
Well, I mean,
know
the
what
whole
I'm
thing
saying?
about it
Like-
is it's a continuation.
Yeah, I know, but
So-
it's funny. It's just funny though.
Oh, of
to
course. I
tell
think
me
it's
the
funny for
stat,
all of us.
And I'm thinking in my head like, but this is not even a real season. What are you talking about? AC,
Yeah.
5th seed, and shit.
I think it's funny for all of us. But
Yeah.
being that it's a continuation, this is where they were actually at when
Yeah,
the season
right,
stopped.
right.
You know, so we know where they were at. We know where they were going. You know what I mean? And for the most part, I mean, in the West, it's looking like it's going to be epic. It's going to be great battles and great duels. You got Chris Paul leading the Thunder, and he's doing great things with the Thunder. You know what I mean? You also have, I'm sorry, Donovan Mitchell. I was about to sneeze. You got Donovan Mitchell and Utah Jazz. They're actually putting in work. You know, they've lost a couple games, too. They had some tough losses. But they've actually been trying to put it together, and I believe they're going to make it in at about the 7th or 6th seed.
All right, that's what's up.
You know, so it's a good look out West. And then you got in the East, where it's been looking crazy. I want to give that get well note, you know what I'm saying, to Ben Simmons. You know, he's actually out right now. They don't know if they're going to get him back. They would have to make a deep run in the playoffs to get him back. He's actually down with a
They would have to
dislocated
make it
kneecap.
far enough.
Yeah, he actually has a dislocated kneecap.
Ah,
So he's supposed to be going in for surgery this
I
week.
feel like I felt that.
Yeah, I felt it too saying it. You know what I'm saying? He's actually supposed to be going in for surgery this week. You also have Giannis and Milwaukee. They're doing what they need to do. They've
How
been
the fuck?
smashing
I
teams.
know how it can happen, but damn,
They're the
he
number
had to
1
get
seed.
kneed in his kneecap.
Nah,
from the side.
it really looked like how he landed.
How he landed on
Yeah,
it.
it looked weird like how he landed because he looked it fine. And then you just seen like a limp out of nowhere.
That's the thing about the game that I noticed, like nowadays, from the little bit that I see,
Mm-hmm.
that it's a lot more, you know what I mean, injury prone because everybody's too close together. Like the game, especially in the paint, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, it's contact. You
I
know
feel
what
like there's
mean?
less
And
finesse.
Well,
what it's built
there's
for.
less
I
finesse in the
think
game, and
it's, I
everybody.
think it's a combination of things.
Right now, I feel like it's more of who's bigger, who's stronger. So it's like
Not really, because the whole thing with the game is you don't get to play D the way you used to. A lot of the things you used to be able to do contact-wise
Can't do
is not allowed in the league
That's
no
why I
more.
said I think it's a
So a
combination.
contact standpoint is not really the contact. I would more say it's the training and the building of the
Yeah,
physical
I
athlete.
feel like it's two things. It's
You know what I
agility.
mean?
okay.
It has to do with agility. Now, agility is how you move your legs and you move your hips and your body in certain situations.
Take
Now,
for
some
example.
people will do like a spin, and they'll flail their legs all over the place in their arms, and they'll hit you
Yeah.
and punch you.
That's a whole
and
fact.
some people are more ballerinish with this shit and can spin
Like
tight.
a Dr. J.
Yeah.
Oh
and-
no.
No.
Very, very true. Very true. That's why I say like it's you know, and you
And
gotta
the
look
strength
at
is
it.
the other part too.
In his era, there were different things that were introduced to them to help them with their footwork. In the 90s, they introduced other things.
Yeah.
In the
It
2000s,
became less finesse. I feel like from 2000s on, the game was less finesse.
Well, finesse is not taught.
yeah, finesse is
not
really
taught. If
finesse is
you're-
in your style of play.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
if you're an athlete who's concerned with agility, like a ballerina,
Uh-huh.
No,
then you
but-
would
but
then,
that's
then
the
you would
thing.
train to be on your tiptoes.
Yeah, but
no,
that's,
but that's the thing. What I'm trying to say with agility is that agility is a taught trait. The finesse comes with the agility.
agility
Right,
is
you can
built
train-
through
you can-
repetition.
Right. You can train for that.
Finesse is just an established. It's an
It's you.
add-on
It's
to.
you.
It's the swag to your game.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean
You
by
know what
that-
I'm
I
saying?
mean by that when I say finesse is the.
I understand
like,
what you mean.
them
Like
players-
the you're talking about like the Dr. J, the George
But
Gervin.
that, I don't
Right.
think that
They
is
are
lost.
there.
Might not
I
been the
don't think
biggest and
that's
strongest
lost
dudes, but they
through
was
training.
getting past
And
everybody.
no,
and
they're
getting
still
around
there.
everybody.
You heard?
They're
No,
still
but
there.
that's not lost through training.
Mhm.
Like that's lost from the individual himself.
And
what I
but the
mean.
thing about it is it's still there.
Yeah,
it's just a tighter technique of finessing.
Yeah.
It's like when Dr. J and them developed their art of finesse, like you keep inverting to, they use ballerina tactics.
Yeah.
So they
use more
use
agility.
training of a ballerina to develop that type of footwork.
Okay.
Now, as time went on, they developed different things to help with that footwork
Yeah.
because footwork also inquires balance.
Timing, balance.
So, with the inquiring of that,
And that's
they
all-
developed different tactics.
And that's all that
So
the
it
ballerina
wasn't-
shit was teaching them.
Yeah,
was
that's all that
balance.
ballerina was giving them. So now they figured, all right, I don't got to use ballerina no more. I could use yoga.
To balance, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yoga is still giving me the same balance. It's still giving me the same feeling of that
Same-
area
same
of being on my
effectiveness-
foot.
The same effectiveness of training.
As
I
that.
get it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just the difference of it. You know what I'm saying? It's still involved in the game because in your smaller players, I think they have to have a level of finesse
Right
to
now,
them.
I think the
have to.
finesse,
Yeah.
I think the
You know what
Dr.
I mean?
J
Nate
finesse you're
Robinson.
looking for
You know what I
is
mean?
the niggas
Just like
who,
your Devin Booker. Devin Booker been killing these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and it's pure finesse.
Yeah, I think the finesse now is when you seen Dr. J do the long ass finger roll. Now it's the players who run the baseline and do the reverse layup. But you know, you get what I'm
Okay,
saying? The
yeah.
way
I
they
get
do
what
it
you're
now.
saying.
Now
Same
it's more
style.
like,
I get what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? Before Dr. J would just be like from the same spot. But now the finesse is more like I jump with it, I can shoot it, I can pump it, shoot it. You get
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, of course. It's just to add on to whatever it is they doing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Go
mean?
back to some of them Dr. J videos though. Sometimes he come out of nowhere with that.
Yo, son, we used to have this
Well, I
old
mean, it
head.
was just his element of takeoff.
Yo, son, we used to have this old head that would come play with us on the court in Remington. And son, we used to call him old school because that's how that nigga ran. That's not how he dribbled. It was like water, son. You would give him the ball and he would just dribble like that. His body would move
Yeah,
like
just a
Name-
fluent
He'll be
motion.
like-
name on the court was water.
Nah, we called him old school because it was just that. It was that Dr. J style, was that old school finesse.
Yeah, just a
And-
fluent,
yeah,
just
fluid-like
fluent
motion.
motion.
And that's just how he moved. It was not something
He
that
moved like
he could
water.
change.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It was something that he was just, this is how I play. You like, man, why you doing all that? You like, what
Yeah,
you
it's
mean? I
just-
ain't doing nothing.
It's just his flow of the
This
game.
ain't
That's
nothing,
all.
You know what
youngster.
I'm
This ain't
saying?
nothing,
Like-
youngster.
Yeah, nah, it was just his
You
flow
hit
of the
you
game.
with-
Everybody has it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just their different
My
style
flow
to
of the game
game.
is I'm fast. Like, I'm good. Like, in the basketball court, you give me the ball, and I was able to take off from one side to the other without losing that ball.
Mhm.
You know, whether I had to cross over, go across, move diagonally, I was able to get to the other side of that court without you taking the shit from me. That was my finesse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's dope, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of stars being born in today's league, you know, like even like it's funny because you mentioned finesse, and this player has a lot of finesse. Luka Doncic, you know, you watch him play, and he's got a lot of that finessing flair to his game, and you notice that players develop finesse to make up for certain things.
yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta have the advantage somewhere.
Yeah, it's also if your weakness in other areas can't be that notable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to develop a more dominant area in the game, and for a lot of for a lot of those players, they already had solid offensive games, but the finesse actually took their game offensively to a whole nother level.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
what allowed you to create the space you needed
Mhm.
to set up the shots
of course,
or the passes in which you knew you were comfortable with because you lacked maybe shooting from the corner
of
or
course.
shooting from the top of the key. So
Mhm.
your finesse came for you to create the space to get you to the position you needed to be.
Mhm.
Everybody has a finesse. It's just in the style in which you do it.
And it's dope, you know, because right now we're getting ready to go into the season, like I was saying. I mean, to the playoffs. This week here is going to be the end of the final games, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see who falls in what seed and how things look going into the next week, you know, because it's going to be a lot of make and break for teams this week. You know, as far as with LA and with Milwaukee, it really ain't going to make much of a difference. They really clinched their seeds. So you're not going to see much change out of them. You're really just going to waiting to see who they'll be playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's dope, too, because with that came back the inside the NBA, you know, which is something I love to watch. You know what I mean? You can see Shaq, Charles, and Kenny, you know, and also EJ, they do their thing on there. You know what I mean? And also the WNBA season been doing this one, too, as well, too.
Okay.
You know, and that's being played right here in Florida as well, right there in Bradenton.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, they playing at IMG Academy. You know, so
Oh, that's what's up. I didn't even notice that.
yeah, both are going on here. You know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of talks going on with them too as well. You know, because you want them to have equal, you know, shits as
You
to the
fuck around and
NBA.
play NFL down here too?
Nah, the
Florida's lit
NFL,
right now.
the
Florida's lit
NFL
right
is
now.
going through it right now. They don't know what they're gonna do just
Yeah, I
yet.
know.
Yeah, they don't know what they're gonna do just yet, as opposed to a season and how they're gonna kick things off.
It's hard because on the basketball court it's person a team. You play, you can do so much up and down a court in less than a minute that you can give them breaks to separate. And
Well, I mean,
but on the football field, it's 22 men that gotta smack each other.
Yeah, but it's like I
and
told
cough in
people on
each
the same
other's
thing.
faces and shit.
It's like I tell people the same thing. Football is a mask that could be put over the helmet
facts.
to save them. Basketball is no guard. You know, so
Yeah,
when
there's
you
no
want to
guard.
talk about the give and the takes, or it's 5
But
to
how
15,
much? But
it's
how
5
you gonna
to.
put? How much body you gonna
Talking
put on a
about sweat on
basketball
sweat.
player?
I mean, my dude, these dudes only have on a jersey and shorts. They're
No,
basically
on
naked.
sweat.
No,
on
I
sweat.
mean this.
You
I
understand
mean
what I'm
this in a
saying?
sense.
You gonna
I mean
brush
this in
across
a sense.
somebody on a basketball court.
Yeah,
and
like
get all
if
they
you
sweat.
think about it, these dudes got on pads, sweats, pants,
That's the one
all
thing I
types of
hated
shit.
about playing ball.
They
with
have
certain
more. They have
Protection.
more. They have more protection from skin to skin,
Right.
as opposed to the NBA.
Okay.
That's why when we speak on it, we give shout out to the NBA and we big them up the way we do, because they use the ideology of a bubble, and that bubble keeps those players contained to each other. It keeps them within a range of each other to where, boom, you don't have them going out, you don't have them getting into too many crazy interactions.
Right.
So it limited all of that. Now,
Exactly.
as far as with the player playing skin to skin, sweat to sweat, that just is what it is. You know
Right,
what I
and
mean?
then, and even in that sense, and subconsciously you know what's going on. You ease up a little bit on how much you are on top of a person.
Well, that too, but you also got to look at it. That also eliminated traveling.
Yeah.
So now they're not on planes and they're not flying. They're not going through different air atmospheres.
And I'm not saying nothing about the bubble, but I'm saying how
know,
you do that with 22 people on
With
the
the
field.
NFL, it could be done the same way. It would have to be a bubbleized structure with
the
Disney or one of them.
compound,
Yeah, same thing that they're
No, I'm
doing with
saying
the
the
NBA.
compound itself
Same
has
thing
to
they're
be
doing.
able to hold 31 teams of 40 people.
That's the same thing they're doing right now in Disney, and it can be done. They're
But a
doing it.
basketball team don't got 40 people.
Yeah, but
each team.
no, a basketball team does have about 40 people between the players and the coaching
between
staff.
between
That's
that,
how
but I'm
many you
talking
got.
about players.
Now, a football team has 53 players.
Yeah.
Much more players. So with the coaching staff, you're looking at about 75
Right,
to 80.
right.
Now,
So the
on a
compound
grander
is
scale
big.
of that, Disney can occupy that. When you think about it, right
They
now
could,
they're
but
holding down.
Take no customers.
Yeah, but when you look at it, no. When you think about it, right now they're holding down the NBA as well as soccer.
Yeah, inside of what park?
No, they're doing it. They're doing it between a couple different resorts.
That's what I'm saying. The resorts though are in each park.
Cabana Bay, some other shit. I forgot. It's a few of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the whole thing about it is that they're actually occupying two sports with teams well over 20-something players
I just think football
and
carries
coaches.
so much more people.
I think it could be done. I think it could be done because you
I
got to
think-
look
I
at
think the soccer team and the basketball together would equal what the football's bringing.
all right, and it's being done. So at the end of the day, it can be done.
I got
We'll
a question.
see.
You got to think about it. Before this whole pandemic and before everything happened, Florida wanted to be in contentions and a front runner for the Olympics. The Olympics will bring much more of a crowd than any sport being played right
Yeah,
now.
That's why they're building all the highways.
So when you
guys.
think about it, they have the occupancy to do it. It's there.
Yeah.
It's just putting the idea
Putting
of a bubble together for another sport.
Or another sport.
You know what I'm saying? And running all three of
I mean,
these
Florida
sports at the
gonna
same
turn to-
time.
Florida's
Olympics
gonna turn
would be a
into a
lot
big
more.
bubble state where they play all goddamn sports.
And running it for a lot more time because now you'll have football, basketball, as well as soccer.
Year-round.
Boxing.
All of this is going
everything.
on at the same time.
Wow. I think that would be death.
I think that would be too. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to look at it with the NBA season. The NBA they're having their season in the bubble, and they're still in contentions for next season. They don't know how it's gonna fall out yet.
What happens when that one dude breaks the rules and goes out?
It's
somewhere
happened. It's
and-
happened.
You know what I mean? What
Well, no,
happens?
they haven't been able to go out. If they leave the bubble, they come back and got to get quarantined.
Yeah.
That's how that's working.
What happens when one
You've-
of them sneaks out and the
Nobody's
can't
sneaking
sneak
out, bro.
Bro,
There's
this is Disney.
Bro, are
dog.
you aware right
Disney
now?
gotta
Hold on,
show
wait. Let me
police.
break this down for Ed because I don't think Ed even knows this is going on in the world.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
sorry.
aware right now? You can't even sneak out of your own state and travel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that serious right now, my
Yeah,
G?
you get checked at the border.
No, my G. They will show up at your house when you get back with a $2,000 to $5,000 fine,
So-
depending on what
Oh, yeah.
state you're
So,
in.
bro, the other day,
Like, y'all
can't
got to
leave-
get in
you
tune
can't
with what's
leave
the
going
other
on.
day I
Vacation, no,
showed
you
you
can't.
the COVID thing that was put onto your phone.
Prime example.
That is a tracker on
I got
your
a
phone.
friend of mine who just came out here from New York. I'm not going to throw his name out there and all that because he's going back right now. But me and him had this discussion before he came here. Him and his job, they already let him know, like, look, we will know if you leave. We will be notified.
Yeah.
Not saying we know right offhand, but it will come to us that you
Right,
left.
Right.
And when it comes to us, you can be subjected to a fine. You can also be
For leaving your
subjected to
state.
loss of your job.
For leaving your state unauthorized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there is no
It's not
authorization.
unauthorized. It's just leaving
quarantine.
unawared. Leaving and not
Running
giving
through the
update of your
precautions.
status.
Yeah, not running through the or the
Yeah, these are just the
procedures.
So
this,
look,
you
I'm
gotta
trying
think
to
about it,
tell
my
you,
dude.
man, that everybody's phone has a COVID app in it.
Yeah.
It's in your security settings.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't put it there. It wasn't there when you bought the phone.
Well,
So if they're able to put that on your phone, they're able to track where your phone is.
they already have it.
Therefore, if you leave the state, all they have to do is ping your phone. Bing, you
The
ping.
same way you get the Amber Alerts.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why the Amber Alerts have been so relevant in the past couple of years because those are the tests in which they've been running on your phones.
Mhm.
That's why the emergency alerts been going off on your phone a lot
even if
more.
you ain't got a phone service.
Yeah, that's why you
your
look
joint
at
will
it.
Ring.
Exactly.
If
Which
you
is
get
why,
an
like
Amber
we were
Alert.
saying, you cannot, for these players, there's no sneaking out of this bubble.
Not as long as you got that Apple iPhone on you.
No, not as long as you're
Player.
a person. Not as long as you're a person.
Well,
Okay,
in
well,
A
Disney,
person who has
person-
to be accounted
in
for.
Disney in
You have to-
itself,
you have
try
to
to
go in the
sneak out of
suitcase?
Disney.
No, what I'm saying, as long as you're a person who has to be accounted for, these guys aren't.
Without a
It's
car.
not like they're
You can
just.
slide in the trunk.
It's not like they're going
say
from
hide
city
in
to
the trunk.
city
Yeah, slide
how
in
they
the
normally
trunk and-
would.
So you don't think
Have-
somebody gonna walk around the rooms like, yo, is so and so here? This nigga's not here. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
my
Like,
G.
You never seen that movie Escape from Alcatraz where he put
nigga,
the fake-
listen to the
This ain't no
listen
movie.
to the sentence that you
This
just
ain't no
said.
movie, fool.
Listen to the
Say no-
sentence.
This ain't no
Movie.
movie. And it ain't. You got a whole conglomerate that's got to deal with this shit.
NBA itself is a corporation. They have people that are obligated to them as far as insurance, as far as backing money.
And
So
also,
if they don't
this
like-
is what makes it. This is what fucks it up right here. Look, Ed.
I'm
This is
listening.
what fucks it
I'm
up right
listening.
here. This little device right next to me fucks it up.
Yeah.
Because if you think you're gonna sneak out and make it back before somebody
Take a
videotapes
picture
your
of
ass
little video
and puts
tape.
you on the gram, you are completely mistaken.
Yeah.
That is how
That's why I
Lou
said
Williams
try
got
to sneak
busted.
out of Disney without a car. First of all,
Y'all didn't
You
hear what
gotta-
happened to Lou Williams?
Nah.
Lou Williams got busted because he went to Atlanta. He had to go home for a family emergency, so he had to leave the bubble.
Yeah.
He left the bubble. He went and tended to the family emergency.
Somebody took a picture of it.
Now, why being home, he decided he wanted to go and they got wings named after the brother.
Yeah.
Come on now. He wanted to go and get his signature
He
wings.
tried to escape from Alcatraz.
They knew he went to Magic City. They know he had the wings.
Yeah.
They know everything that he did.
Oh man.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is
man.
by the
He
time
probably
he
bought
made it
with a
back.
credit card and shit.
This by the time he made it back. No, it wasn't even how he bought it. It was the fact that you have the phones and nobody is gonna say, oh, okay, he ain't supposed to be here. Let me put my phone in my pocket.
Yeah, nah. It's a
No,
wrap. It's a
they
wrap.
saying, oh shit, there go that nigga.
Yeah.
Snap, snap.
Like, I thought you were supposed to be in the bubble.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's hard to do something like that. You
So
can't
hard.
just sneak away.
But that just goes
Privacy
to show,
is almost irrelevant.
yeah, but then if you
ain't
do
no
it to the other nigga, they get mad.
Remember that. Privacy is almost going to become
Not in
something of
public.
non-existence.
Not when you in public.
No,
Nah,
nigga,
not
privacy,
even in your
period.
house.
Privacy is becoming something of non-existence.
You're going to have to pay for privacy.
Think about it. Where is it private?
You're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay extra money for them to turn everything off so they don't watch you.
And mind you, that's crazy. But look at that. That's stop
'Cause
giving the
look-
government areas where they can make
look.
money, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but nah, it's just the reality of it.
But look at the shit. But look at what I'm saying though. Most people, they got Alexas, they got home security cameras, they got monitors.
Yeah.
yeah.
Their
So,
TVs come
yeah,
with
like we said,
cameras.
so
in them now.
you really can't sneak to do nothing.
So,
So when you
anything
think
has
about it,
activated to see
it's like,
you.
what's the
Look
name
at
of
the
that movie?
refrigerators.
What's the
Your
name of the fucking
new
movie?
refrigerators have cameras in them.
Yeah.
So it knows when somebody's gonna walk up to the refrigerator to open it, that shit turn the light on.
Yeah.
Or some crazy shit.
For the
Those
glass
cameras
doors.
are accessible.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need to pay somebody to turn all that shit the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, man, turn this off. They were like, well, that'll be an extra $50 on your service fee if you
That's
want
true.
that turned off. And
You gotta
you
look
have
at
to
it,
pay
man.
for privacy.
So
man.
at the end of the day, Ed, no, there's no sneaking off the bubble. You know what I'm saying? And
We're
with
in
that being
2020,
said,
not
with that being
1920.
said, all you guys pay attention
Eastwood.
because there's some real shit going on, but the games are entertaining. The players are doing their thing, and they out there gunning for a chip. You got LeBron trying to win a chip in his 17th year. It's looking like it could be a possibility. A lot of people out there will beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens, man. That's what we're here for, and that's what we're watching
Good
it
thing
for to
about
see what
sports
happens.
is you can't predict it.
Nah, that is a good thing, and now with the way that teams are stepping it up and playing, and they really kind of leveled out the game.
That's a good thing about sports. You throw a wrench into it, and it fucks everything.
Yeah, so being that
everything that you thought was gonna happen, it never happens.
yeah, being that we're out of the era of the super team and we're back to the dynamic duos, it's gonna be interesting to see which duo prevails.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as with all the other sports, you got baseball. Baseball's been doing its thing. They've been playing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the.
Well, baseball's having a problem. I heard.
Well,
though.
they don't have. They did have a problem, but they had a problem because of an idiot player on the team that did some dumb shit and subjected his whole team to COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It takes
all
one
of them.
person.
Yeah, that's all it does take, and that's what that incident showed you, and it actually put it on demonstration for the world to see that it only takes one person. You know what I'm saying? And it
We already
sucks
knew that.
because it had to be my homie Derek Jeter's team, the
man.
Miami Marlins. But I'm a Yankee forever with Derek. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it sucks because it had to be them. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. And it's fucked up because if that happens, like in what happened with them, they couldn't play a game.
Yeah, they couldn't play one game.
They are, but it fucked them up for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it also, if you look at it, it'll slow down the process of how the season is supposed to flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Because they are getting back to it and they doing their thing. You got the Yankees who've been doing what they do to teams. You know what I mean? They've been out there torturing teams left and right. I actually got to see a little bit of a game the other day. It was the Kansas City Royals, and who was it? Who was it they were playing? I forgot who it was, but they stomped the shit out of them. It was like 14-3.
Damn, in a baseball game?
Yeah, they beat the dog shit out of them. And it was crazy to see them do that because there was no fans in the arena.
That's why.
No fans in the ballpark.
Like, aim for the
Everybody
empty
got a run
spots.
on that one.
Yeah, no fans in the ballpark. And big shout out to them, man, because they still bringing that intensity and that competitive edge with nobody in the ballpark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So big
Still
shout
get-
out
they
to
still
those
getting paid the
baseball
same, right?
players. No, with it being the thing with baseball is they're playing half a season. So instead of 160 something games, they're playing 80 something games.
Okay.
And they're being
it's
paid half their
181
salary.
games.
Half their salary.
They're being paid half their salary. I think it's 81 games and 162 games for the whole season.
No,
I would
it's
still take half the work for half the
181
salary in
games
that
for the
profession, though.
season.
Could be something like that. But yeah, but they're still getting half their salary for the ones that are playing.
Which is still good.
Yeah, definitely it's still good because you know baseball have crazy salaries.
If you manage your money correctly.
I'm sure they will.
However, if you're one of those people that gotta have it.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, I mean, it's good to see that they're still holding up their end of the bargain. They're doing what they got to do. They're performing, even when there's nobody there to see them perform.
That's
you know what I mean? That shows that they're dedicated to their craft and what they do. You know what I'm saying? And then also on top of that, I think myself, as the rest of the world, we are getting ready for next month, September 12th. Everybody mark your calendars. I know I got mine marked because I also got to order it on my pay-per-view. But your man Mike Tyson is doing an 8-round bout with Roy Jones.
Just 8 rounds?
8 rounds. An
Only
8-round bout for charity.
It's an exhibition.
It's an exhibition match for charity. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be super dope. Both of these dudes are putting in the work. They're putting in the work like they used to put in back in the day when they were getting ready for those big title bouts.
Here's what I want to know.
What's up?
You think they're going to go at each other's heads, or they just
they're gonna box?
I definitely think they're gonna go at each other's
heads. I think they're gonna box. I don't think they're gonna be like. I
definitely think they're gonna go at each other's heads because I feel like that's all Tyson knows how to do.
No, an exhibition game doesn't mean it's for fun. It just means it doesn't have nothing to do with record or towards season or anything.
That's what it
just means I'm not gonna take your belt.
No, they don't have a belt to take.
Even if they did, it does. Yeah, that's exactly what it means.
But anyway. That's what they got going on. You know, I definitely feel like it's going to go there because I feel like Mike Tyson only knows one way to box. Roy Jones, I feel like he only knows one way to box. Yeah. You know, so at the end of the day, those are two competitive, very competitive egos. You know, both had the man attached to their name at points of their career.
Yeah. Most dangerous man alive.
You know, definitely. So with that being
I think they'll make each other bleed, but I don't think they're gonna be like, "Oops, my bad." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think somebody's gonna get knocked out. I think somebody could get knocked out if they.
I think there's a potential for a
knockout.
Get hit the right way. There's a
potential
for a broken eye socket, all that shit.
Like,
yeah, you got Iron Mike going against y'all. Must have forgot.
But hold up. Because I remember Roy Jones being a light heavyweight.
Yeah, but
he gained weight. He gained weight.
He was a middleweight at one point.
He gained weight.
Well, he retired as a light heavy.
As a light heavyweight. So he wasn't never really that big.
But now he is.
No, but he gained weight now. He's gained up.
You gotta look at it. He got Mike Tyson weight
in
a few years now.
That's my whole thing. Like,
but he has that weight to him now. He's a heavyweight.
But he didn't before box as a heavyweight.
Yeah, but he still all that fought light heavyweights.
That's all that is
light
training.
Heavyweight.
It don't make a damn difference.
To me, is a little bit of difference. I'm not an expert on boxing.
I mean, I'm not the biggest expert, and I will say this: it does make a difference. But light heavyweight is basically you might as well be heavyweight.
All right, so let me explain this.
About that.
Let me explain this to you.
You got to think about it. If there's no other weight after heavyweight, so if you're 237, which is a heavyweight, and you're fighting a motherfucker that's 320,
you better come with it.
A super heavyweight, there is no out for you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you're a light heavyweight, which you're at like 215, you know what I'm saying, and you fighting a motherfucker 260, it's the same analogy. Yeah. You better fucking come with it.
But see, this is what I was gonna say. Let me explain.
Now, when you get to middleweight, welterweight, things of that nature, that is where you would get tedious with it, because there's levels which you can jump and there's levels which you can digress.
Yeah.
But once you get to heavyweight and light heavyweight, you at the end of the totem pole, bro.
Yeah, but look,
I hope so.
Where you going?
Listen,
for Mike.
But the training. Even if you learn how to fight at a lower weight and you get heavier, all it takes is the same amount of training to be able to throw that fast with the weight.
Yeah,
but if you're heavier,
need to adjust. You do need to adjust.
But when you're heavier and go lighter, it's different because you're not used to throwing the lighter weight. You're used to throwing heavy hands. Yeah. So you're gonna think there's a lot less power behind that. So I think it's an advantage.
But when you look at it, a fighter like Roy Jones, who I think Roy looked it better as the middleweight, you know, as the lighter weight fighter. I didn't think he looked it as good as a light heavyweight. I don't think he took shots. His body, I don't think his body absorbed shots the way they did as he was at a lighter weight.
Because of what he was getting hit by with original.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in his case, when he was the lighter boxer, I feel like it was no stopping him. It was nobody you could put in front of him. You know what I'm saying? But when he did put on the weight and became a little bit of a heavier boxer,
when you're getting hit by heavier hands,
there were
it
guys,
and
I mean, it showed. Like it just showed in his actual matches and technique. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. I can't wait to see it. I definitely want to know who each one of you have, because I definitely see the looks in all you guys' faces. And everybody look like they got something to say.
I'm going with Iron Mike.
You going with Iron Mike?
I've always sticking with Mike.
Kid Dynamite.
Kid Dynamite.
The only thing I wanted to interject was what he was talking about.
Oh yeah, no, I mean
about the whole
about
the weight class and the fighter, because at the end of the day, whatever sport it is, and you know this, weight makes a factor. But
weight is a big difference.
If you have the basic principles of the maneuvers, you know, throwing your hands, flicking your wrists.
Yeah.
The weight don't become an issue only if you lose those abilities.
Well, yeah, and also I think weight is a big factor in any one of those, like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
But I think with boxing, when you get to that heavyweight level, it's like the end of the rope.
Right, exactly.
It's like,
you can't be 400 pounds and be something different than the
It's like saying
237.
you're 237, he's 400 pounds. They're not gonna say, oh no, we gotta make up a weight for this guy to be able to fight. They're gonna say no, if that's what he's comfortable boxing at. Put them together. Put them together and let's see what happens.
Butterbean didn't have heavy footwork.
It was put them together and let's see what happens.
He used to knock niggas the fuck out. But he used to get beat up too.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, man, let's go to another joint, man. Let's play some music.
Done with sports?
On that note, we're gonna conclude with sports. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to really get into it because it's coming up. It's a couple weeks away. It's gonna be dope.
Just to give the official figures as of right now, my fault to cut you off. But we got Tyson weighing in at 233. And we got Roy Jones weighing in at 199.
That's not that bad.
Have a 30-something pound difference on Iron Mike.
That's not that bad though.
That could be hurt.
233 is a gut versus 199.
That could be
Does
very
Tyson
painful.
Have a gut?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's losing it. I don't know if
he's losing it now.
I don't know if you've seen the recent pictures of that nigga.
He's losing it now, but 233 to 199, it sounds like a lot, but that's not a significant body mass.
No. It could just be thicker bone structure.
Right. It's not a significant body mass difference. Because I'm 199 right now, and if I show you pictures from when I'm 220, you'll just be like, yo, your face looks fat and shit. You know what I'm saying?
They got Tyson coming in at 5'10" height, Roy Jones at 5'11".
Same height.
74-inch reach on Roy Jones, 71 on Tyson. So of course you know Tyson's
3-inch thing can make a difference.
Of course you know Tyson's like a T-Rex, short arms.
But Tyson's a body attacker.
Tyson's an inside fighter, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, that 3 inches ain't gonna make up for nothing. That's gonna just keep him at distance.
Reach is irrelevant when he's inside.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be something to see, man. It's definitely gonna be epic. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait for it to kick off and start. You know what I'm saying? That along with the NBA and everything else that's going on in sports. You got UFC. They and Tyson Floyd more and more to come and fight on their grounds. You know what I'm saying? And that's looking like it's getting closer and closer to actually being a possibility. So, you know,
yeah, so that's
keep your eye out, man. There's a lot going on in the sports world.
So, yo, man, if you're a fan of sports, go check out everything Uzi said. If you're a fan of music, check out this new song we about to play by...
What are we getting into?
Who we about to play, yo? We can play, we didn't play the other J-Note song that he sent me.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. Let's play one of those.
Let's go to Ayers Printing, man. Shout out Ayers Printing, nigga.
Uh-huh.
Right. Which one is that? The Swagger Back?
Nah, we played that one.
The Get Right? We got that one?
Get Right. That's the one.
We played the Ride on Them and the Respect the Hustle.
That was, he sent me those original. We played those a couple times
We're going to go
already.
with the Get Right on this one.
Yeah, Get Right. So Get Right by J-Note, Ayers Printing LLC. Go check them out. I don't have the links on my page, but you can definitely go on my page and see that I repost a lot of their shit. So you will find them on there, man. Studio1025.com, baby. MELLO-ROOM, Sunday Fun Day.
You know what it is.
All right, without further ado, you know we heard it first.
Icon Productions.
What's good? J Notes. Gray area. Icon. TMF. 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 Yeah. Let's get this. I get the coke on, I get my dough on. I kill my own shit like I'm Iraq born. The 45 milli, that Puerto Rican chrome. Niggas done banged, they gone niggas.
Man, nigga, it's your boy Torn, dog. Doing this for my nigga J Notes, dog. Y'all nigga be paying attention, nigga. Matter of fact, run that shit the fuck back.
I get the coke on, I get my dough on. I kill my own shit like I'm Iraq born. The 45 milli, that Puerto Rican chrome. Niggas done banged, they gone, nigga, he gone. Okay, my mind right, my flow tight. She think I fly, so let's get right. And we can do whatever she want tonight. Girl, let's get right. Girl, let's get right.
Hold the fuck up. I don't think you motherfucking understand. It's your boy DJ Icon. My nigga J Notes on his own shit like usual. Nigga, bring that shit back.
What's good? J Notes. Gray area. Icon. TMF. Yeah. Let's get this. I get the coke on, I get my dough on. I kill my own shit like I'm Iraq born. The 45 milli, that Puerto Rican chrome. Niggas done banged, they gone, nigga, he gone. Okay, my mind right, my flow tight. She think I fly, so let's get right. And we can do whatever she want tonight. Girl, let's get right. Girl, let's get right. I do this, I get down, I'm fresh, son. Push a wig back, rap games, George Jefferson. What's the status quo, it's TMF. If y'all wanna hate, y'all can hate. I don't care, I'm the man, I get cake. I had hoes, push way state to state. I got O's, I got those for the chain froze. Push the RT down the street like a NASCAR. Black car, not chain move, coke in the black car. The caddy coupe, inside clam chowder soup. I live it, so it's easy in the booth. Little more when I'm in the Steve Harvey shoes, just playing. Baggy jeans fitted till I'm through. But still back to you, got more blow than a bomb. 20 feet away, the Ruger blow your nose off. Fuck with me, nigga, get your ass knocked off. I don't give a fuck till your marriage, shake them haters off. I get the coke on, I get my dough on. I kill my own shit like I'm Iraq born. The 45 milli, that Puerto Rican chrome. Niggas done banged, they gone, nigga, he gone. Okay, my mind right, my flow tight. She think I fly, so let's get right. And we can do whatever she want tonight. Girl, let's get right. Girl, let's get right. I'm trying to lock this game up like a felony. It all came to me, now I'm out to get the cheese. It's all a piece to the puzzle, I'm hip to the hustle. We can tussle till the cops come and handcuff us. I get through it, y'all niggas so cry through it. You stupid, I carry the gat around like a suitcase. I'm on these niggas' head like a toupee. Talk shit, a gun up in your mouth like it's toothpaste. Too many loose ends, now I gotta bury them. My niggas is sharks, seafood like aquarium. Chick them haters off and blow smoke like exhaust. Think it won't happen to you, nigga, you wrong. Call me helicopter high, get my chopper on. Only thing your bitch is wearing is my dick and a gun. I'm handy with the gun, don't fight smoke in my lungs. And we ain't playing TMF, get it on, punk. I get the coke on, I get my dough on. I kill my own shit like I'm Iraq born. The 45 milli, that Puerto Rican chrome. Niggas done banged, they gone, nigga, he gone. Okay, my mind right, my flow tight. She think I fly, so let's get right. And we can do whatever she want tonight. Girl, let's get right. Girl, let's get right. Back it up, ease up, you getting crazy now. I'ma push it up, baby. Smoking like it's Amsterdam. You ain't even half the man I am. I'm a soldier. You couldn't even control my moves with a controller. Got range like a rover, lean like a sofa. They get your bitch till I bust like a super soaker. Got the streets locked down, right cloud like a smoker. Get dollars like a fucking stripper, up at Stoker's off coca. I get rid of weight, grab games, I roke her. I'm so fucking insane, my shit's vulgar. J knows I thought I told ya. P.O. where I'm from, nice with the ones and twos like Tony Coca. I'm not talking DJs, the 145, 270 auto gas, think of me like run on rice. I'm so enticing, romancing up your wife. She like the bad boy type, I give her what she likes. I get the coke on, I get my dough on. I kill my own shit like I'm Iraq born. The 45 milli, that Puerto Rican chrome. Niggas done banged, they gone, nigga, he gone. Okay, my mind right, my flow tight. She think I fly, so let's get right. And we can do whatever she want tonight. Girl, let's get right. Girl, let's get right.
Icon.
We back? Yes, we are. We back in the building. That was J Notes with Get Right. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to him and the whole Airs Printing family.
Yeah.
You already know what it is, man. It's a good thing that we get to touch back and, dig back into the crates, you know what I'm saying? And bring stuff like that back to life.
Hell yeah.
Because I do remember when he was on his musical grind heavy, you know what I'm saying? So
it's all good music too, man. I'm surprised you never really took that nowhere, Not nowhere, but didn't take it from what it is and
definitely that. Well, he's one of those that he did it, but he didn't have full faith in himself.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But little did he know, it's like you don't have faith in yourself, but you made a whole album.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like it would be those type of situations.
You're like, yo, what should I do, man? I don't know. I just made one album.
Like it's like, yeah, what? Holy shit, you just made an album, bro? Like, yeah. Well, yeah, big shout out to J Notes, man. That's good to relive all that, man. That's what we did it for.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, there's been a lot going on, man. We covered the sports, you know what I'm saying? The entertainment world, we done dabbled a little bit in that. A lot of people have been telling me to go check out that new Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion video.
I mean, I've not watched it.
You watched it?
I haven't watched it. But at this point in my life, knowing what the video is going to entail,
porn.
I'm kind of not that interested.
Shit.
Not because they're not pretty women or it's fucking like, it's just like when it comes to music nowadays, man, I'm looking for the art nowadays. I don't know if that's what age or just the times, you know what I'm saying? But
the TNA gets old after a while.
In facts, and I love.
I feel you, but you ain't gonna mind seeing that TNA.
I love women rappers, but
after a while, it's all.
I want to see some women rapping.
There's nothing new under the sun.
I feel you. Yeah, I definitely feel you on that one. I definitely feel you.
Yeah, I know. I get you, man, and I'm gonna check it out too. But I was just saying that from my own opinion. And me and Big Ooze is looking out the window right here, right now, like.
And it's looking like we caught in a little hurricane.
Y'all looking scared right now.
Nah, it's looking like we caught in a mini hurricane. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new.
Nah, it's nothing new.
Nope, damn sure ain't.
But yeah, man. Thanks for everybody who tuned in to MELLO-ROOM.
Who
watched us.
Guys,
me and Big Ooze, we do our thing every Sunday. Sunday Funny, 3 p.m. If I don't start at 3, it'll definitely be coming on.
If he don't start at 3, it's not his fault. So
it's never my fault.
You can blame us.
It's never my fault. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
You need to
right
figure
now,
that
we in the MELLO-ROOM. Shout out to Airs Printing LLC, where you can get all your finer printed needs.
Big shout out to them, man.
I showed my shirt like he made this one, but he didn't. He made that one, though.
That nigga said, I ain't do that. I hear in the comments. I know he in the comments. That nigga in the comments like, I didn't do that.
He made this gorgeous hat. You know what I'm saying? And he makes these gorgeous masks. If you're looking for apparel for your podcast, for your career, or you just looking to make apparel, hit up Airs Printing LLC, man. They got what you need.
Definitely, man. That's a whole fact.
Also, shout out to I Crave Dessert. Craves Dessert for short. Go to iCraveDessert.net. Check out her selections of ideas that she has for your personalized cookie treats. She also does like macaroons and other little things. You got to go check out the site, see what she got, man. That's iCravesDessert.net.
Yeah, she got a lot of different choices.
You don't have to sell dessert, then you don't deserve to eat any.
A lot of different choices, to,
Hey, hold up. For those of us who don't know what a macaroon is, can you please explain what is a macaroon?
A macaroon is like it looks like a miniature sandwich. It looks like 2 cookies, and it got some kind of filling in between it. And they're really, really tasty depending on who makes them and what's in that filling. So, give them a call or give them a look on the website. Check them out. Make your orders. If you're local, I think she delivers it to you. If you're not local, they'll get sent to you. So make that order, man.
Definitely, man.
Gotta try one of those one day.
Also, man, you already know. Big shout out to everybody that tuned in this week. Big shout out to everybody that likes, shares, shows